So I don't think he was mincing words.
Where are we at the moment? We didn't make the jump
Oh,
yet, did
Mallory.
we?
No, you're in Mallory. You're
Mallory?
turning around and
Okay.
heading out real quick. So we need Will to do a roll for Samuel to check the engines while you're doing all this.
I got access. I forgot what his stats were.
Oh, it's okay. Just
Uh,
a two. Just add two to it.
oh, it is. Yeah. Hmm. Well, that's a regular 2d6, so add 2 to whatever it is.
Okay. Well, he's reporting green across the board, so you can jump.
Are we
And
recording, by the way?
yep, we are. I started.
Okay.
And can I get Pierre, you to do, since you're in the cockpit, can you give me just a flat 2d6? Okay, no horrible things happened there. Just one thing, you haven't had time to refuel, so you're going to have to refuel at the gas giant, the closest gas giant before you go in, because you'll have used up all of your fuel by the time you jump in system. Well, by the time you get to the gas giant, you have only a tiny bit left. You wouldn't be able to jump anywhere.
How are we for life support? We filled
Life
again?
support, you remember you carry around an additional ton or two with you wherever you go, so
Wow.
you're sweet for life support.
Is Devin still in the medical brig?
Cool. Okay, so now one of the things that Dane was doing, you might want to fill him in, Glenn, is about experimenting with various things to try to take out the creatures. He created
Yeah.
the acid
yeah.
glass gun. But was there anything else you were thinking that Dane was looking into? I can't remember.
Um, just use your imagination. Um, yeah. So I mean, I think we tried all the normal things like fire and
Pathogens.
water and radiation and stuff like that, and it ate that shit up and said, "Can I have another, please?"
Didn't we
And
discover that plasma works quite well?
Plasma does work
um,
quite well.
Yeah.
but acid really it doesn't like acid at all.
Hmm.
Um, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
We haven't tried lemon juice or anything like that. We haven't, I don't know. Maybe pouring salt on it will make it do weird things. But um, yeah.
all right.
And the truth is, I don't remember exactly what all we did. It's
Can I
4 months.
in my spare time, do we have like material from the aliens, like test material
No.
that I could use?
No, I
I
think
need
the
to look
guys
at.
voted to get it off the ship.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. It's hard to do tests without it, but
Hmm.
maybe I can do something out in the field at some point.
Well, you do have a lot of data on it,
Okay.
so you know body basically biochemistry.
Oh, excellent.
All that sort of stuff because you had a sample.
Okay, cool.
Um,
And the people that hired us also they did their own testing,
Mm.
and they gave us a lot of data. Well, I think
Mm.
there's my
Alrighty.
recollection.
Yep.
While we're jumping, am I still able to continue trying to seek training in like mech skill to help in the engine room?
The training. You
I
already
mean,
have. Yeah, you
in the
already
week,
have mech, or are you trying to gain mech?
I'm trying to get away from -3.
No.
No.
Training takes at least half a year.
Yep. All right.
On any one subject. You can only train in one subject at a time. You're
Yep.
also, I believe, all of you are still also doing your physical regime stuff to keep your stats up high, your physical stats.
Yep.
Training on the job, I'm going to say, takes 3 times as long. So you can say I'm training on the job, that's fine. But basically it's 3 times as long.
For a year and a half.
Because training in half a year is like if you have access to university, you're doing course papers, you're doing practicals, all that sort of stuff. So it's quite intensive stuff. You're in the middle of a firefight. Well, actually, you're in the middle of a shit fight. But anyway.
Well,
Um,
yeah.
Oh, one
You
other.
don't have access to good teachers
Yeah.
and
Well,
yeah. all that
Devin
stuff.
can actually give anyone 0 level and any of his skills in 6 months because I've got the instruction skill.
Oh well, there you go.
Mercenary.
So,
But
yep.
it's only 0 levels and I don't have mech. So.
Damn. Damn. Okay, but that's a good thing to know, because if you do have instruction, then you can start instructing others. So what do you have, Devon?
Oh, let's see. I can give out 0 levels and admin, air raft, assault rifle, ATV, bribery, computer, forward observer, gunnery lasers, heavy weapons, interrogation, leader, recruiting, ship's boat, steward. I'm an expert at back suit and 0G combat. So
Right,
any of those
that's cool.
I could give a 0 level to
Actually-
some of the other players.
Actually,
Yeah.
if they don't have 0G, that's not a bad thing to get.
What's that?
Yeah.
0G? Yep.
Yeah, 0G
Yeah.
combat. And certainly if you don't have
Might
back suit, that's a good thing to get.
Yeah, might be Devin has to teach a class to some of the PCs in the future.
Yep.
Take 6 months off and
Yeah. No, that's all cool.
create a 0G squad.
So it's good to have that knowledge. The only thing you can't teach you is instruction.
Yeah.
Because then everyone could start teaching each other.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in jump space, there's been no explosion, yay. Dane, I need you to give me 2 medical rolls, please. And I think you've got a +3 on that.
Sorry, I'm still a bit new to the rolling. What roll do I
2d6.
need to do for the medical roll?
2d6
sorry.
plus your skill level. So
2d6 plus
actually, I
3.
think in the character sheets, don't they roll for you or something? No, they don't. Oh, yes, they do. That's broad.
Is somebody smoking? Is that what that is?
Yeah,
Someone's
Yeah,
vaping.
sorry.
Your vape was obscenely loud just
It's like you're on a really bad respirator, but that's okay. It adds atmosphere.
It's a fake. No, it's just
Yeah, it's a vape, yeah. So
There we go.
2d6 plus 3, yeah.
Yep.
There's 1.
Thanks.
And 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
I thought he was snorting coke, which is the best way to experience this game.
Excellent. Okay, so Dane, you're really not making too much progress. You might be finding out some new little pieces, perhaps about something about the interface between the plant and the animal, part of the hybrid. Nothing that's going to give you any really quick, easy answers, but like with a bit more investigation, a bit more time, you might find some way to actually inhibit that interface. But yeah, at the moment, nothing that springs to mind. But you are finding out, perhaps how they, how chemically stuff is transmitted between the plant matter and the animal matter.
Yep. Is there anyone around the throughout the various systems who's also working on it that I could corroborate with, like
No, because you're you got to remember you're in hyperspace, and then you'll be many light years away from the only other thing that you know is, and that's Arlic, which is from your perspective an AI computer that pretty much runs the Colonial Forces Central Force.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that's cool. Yep.
But that's where you got most of your information from, anyway.
Yep. Alright, cool.
there's really only 2 groups of people that haven't been eaten up or haven't just run away, and that's Arlic and his group, and the one little group that's really kind of more or less primitive, that for some reason they're immune.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah. I think the general consensus for that one, Glenn, was that on GeoEcho, it's part to do with their genetic engineering for how they had to be to survive on that planet, and the other part is that the environment's not that conducive to the alien life form itself.
Yeah.
Because of the sun levels, because of the dust in the air and all that sort of stuff. It was a pretty dark, shady planet. But I mean, that's just one of the ideas. But you're right. GeoEcho is just a single planet that you've only been able to find that's not got any alien presence on it, but it's right in the middle of the actual infection zone. Anyone else want to do anything, recover anything while you're on this week? So
I want to take up day drinking if there's alcohol on the ship still.
Well, it's usually the engineer's job to start up some sort of still for the group. So
I want to attempt that with my terrible, terrible skills.
Okay, so now here's the funny part. You're going to have to use mech.
Yes.
So everyone's really looking forward to seeing what you create. 2d6.
Well, no, I can help him. Can I assist?
Sure. Okay. Right. So, well, actually, you should run it, and he should assist.
Yeah.
Okay.
He can provide the parts. Basically, he can.
Well, so let's see. Oh, guess what? I have instruct. I have instruct 1. All right. So yeah, you're with me, kid.
Sweet.
So yeah, you want to learn Mac, right?
Yes,
So,
and a practical way by making a still.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna teach him. I'm gonna teach him how to do Mac by
stills.
making a still.
Okay.
So
there was a Heinlein story. There's a story by Robert A. Heinlein where this guy developed a heatless still using the vacuum all around the outside of the ship. So he made it incorporating vacuum, but he was too clever for his own good, so they let him go.
all right.
Okay.
So can I roll? Do you want me to roll?
Well,
the
I'll
instruct?
get. Will, you need to give us a 2d6 minus 3 roll to see if you can support. If you roll too low, you're actually going to impede what Sergeant Lance is doing.
Stop asking stupid questions.
Yeah, there's the stupid questions. Okay, so what was your mech? What was your mech, Glenn?
Oh, my Mac is 1.
Okay, you're doing a mech 0 now. He hasn't the faintest idea. He's putting it all upside down and frickin' side out.
I was gonna. Okay, yeah. All right. So we'll do the instruct later, I guess.
Mhm.
All right, 2d6 plus 0, and do I add intelligence or anything like that?
No, just a flat one.
All right. Well, that's 6. That's not too bad. You'll only go partially blind.
Yeah. So at the end of the week, you've only given it 4 days to sort of ferment and stuff. But you've sped it up with various chemicals that you've managed to sneak out of Dane's med lab.
Yeah.
A little bit of radiation from the engine. Who knows? God knows what you've done. But you.
It's like potato vinegar.
So, who's willing to try it first?
I'd volunteer bravely.
What's your con?
1 second.
Well, surely they can analyze what they produce.
Oh, wait, yeah, I've got a con of C. I think I would probably be. Yeah, I think. Yeah,
Where
Okay.
is con on the character sheet, Joe?
it's the third one.
Oh, sorry, endurance. I beg your pardon.
Oh, 7.
Yes, it might be better if Sergeant Lance goes first.
Yeah, here.
Right. Right. So plus 1 for your high con, and there's a minus for the product. But where you go? Give us a roll with a plus 1,
All
and I'll
right,
take
so,
the
so
minus
I've got
off.
a 12. I've got a 12 con.
Mm-hmm. So you get plus 1 for the high con.
Wow, that sucks. Okay.
So, Sergeant Lance, you take a good swig because you're in all boots and all sort of guy.
Right.
Takes about 5 seconds and you're on the floor.
Good stuff. That.
At first, Nagin, you're worried he's had a heart attack or a stroke or something, but no, both pupils are the same size when you get to lift the eyelids up. You feel for a pulse, he's still breathing. He is just, yeah. You might actually, for a second, you consider that you might actually want to take this to Dane to see if it could be used against the creature.
Oh. Brilliant.
Good stuff.
You never know, so probably not for human consumption, this particular batch. But the still is up and running.
Yeah. I think we should get this chemically analyzed as long as we're at it.
So, Sergeant Lance comes to about 3/4 of an hour later. You slightly blurry. Your mouth is slightly thick and feels quite full and furry. You've got a really great headache. This is like one of the best hangovers you've ever had from like a full mouthful of whatever you've ever consumed.
Well, having been in the military, I go and I get the biggest glass of water I can find.
Right.
Go immediately to the fresher and throw up.
Awesome.
And then I go and I take 3 large aspirin or 4 large aspirin and drink lots of water. And
Dan can give you a hypo of something that's going to be much more fast acting than Disprin if you want.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, yeah.
Okay. That's good because he says you've got a lot of poison running in your body right now. Actually, it's quite strange because that poison's quite similar to something that Negan just gave him. You wouldn't have drunk that by any chance, he says, would you?
Well, we got to try it out. I mean, you know.
Yeah, wow. Okay, right, yeah. Okay, so, but you're still a setup. Perhaps if you do a 2-week fermentation process, you might actually get something that's a little bit more potable. Not so much poison.
Well, I wonder if we can sell it to the Chimera.
Well, there you go. Hey, buddies, come on.
Hey, no. Peace. Here,
drink
this.
Yeah. Shit. Okay. Rightio, you come out of jump space. Will, I need a sensor sweep, please. Pierre? Oh, thank you.
Oh, jeez. Wow, we're rolling like cats today.
Yes.
I can't see nothing.
Yeah, it's all black out there, Captain.
Did Will drink some of this too?
Yeah, I think somebody might have given him a little bit, eh? He's gone blind.
Or maybe it's the fumes.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Exactly. The whole group's got a second-hand smoke sort of thing going on, but with the alcohol fumes, or whatever that was. Anyway, not much to go on. You are basically in the dark. Tacoma is going to require a nav roll from you, please. Oh, easily. Could even be the universal solvent you found. It's pretty good. Okay, okay. Rightio, so standard time. Sorry, just trying to find the standard time to the so he came in on the innermost gas giant, how you did last time, and unfortunately you have no, just about there, you have no, so this is a 3G ship, eh? I believe. So you've got...
Yeah, there's a handout again. Let's see.
Yep, 7.1 hours. So your nav roll didn't give you cutting any time off it. So just over 7 hours, you're going to be above the small giant, gas giant, and then who will I get to roll? William B. Negan, can you give me a piloting roll at a +3, please? 2d6 +3 for the captain. He's going to come in, and what is wrong? Do you guys love ones?
Oh, the pilot's going to kill us all. That wasn't Negan. Negan's innocent.
Not a good roll. So, that's a damaging roll. 2 ones. I'm sorry, that's a damaging roll. I have to go to the combat table to find out what you've managed to damage. Okay, give me a 2d6 roll, please, William Negan. I'll call Pierre Will and you William. That way it'll be... Cool. Okay, Jerry, are you on?
Perfect timing.
Yes, I am.
Cool. So far, what's happened is they've managed to go through jump space, arrive in the other system. Sergeant Lance and Negan had to go at Still. They made something really strong that made Lance pass out. Jumped in system. We've had a series of double ones rolled now, and there's been some damage done to the ship as Tacoma's dove into the small gas giant to refuel before you do anything else, so you can jump out if you need to.
Oh.
So,
hey, Jerry,
Negan,
sorry,
Will.
One second, Jerry. Is there any chance you can turn your mic down like 40%?
It's that loud, huh?
Yeah, it's
it's a lot louder than everyone else for me, unless it's all right for everyone.
no, it's pretty loud.
Well, I don't. How do we turn the mic down on this setting? Let me go into settings. General mic. Microphone. Okay, let me see. It's on the default bandwidth. Let me see. I don't know how to turn it down.
I think
It'll
it's
be in your
system settings.
in your computer system, not Hangouts, Jerry.
In my computer system.
Are you running a Linux, Apple, or
I'm running
Windows?
Linux. System
Linux.
settings.
Okay.
Okay. Sounds.
Yeah.
Headphones built in. How's this?
It's a little,
Still loud.
little lower.
That's. Wait a minute.
Sorry, I got headphones in. It just about imploded my head when you rejoined just then.
I'm still.
Oh, no. Really, 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 really loud. Ouch. Can you turn your headphones down?
I don't know how to do that on here.
No, not you, Jerry. Who was it? Was it Matt or Will?
Oh, if I do that, I can't hear any of you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
It'll be
We'll
okay.
have to, yeah.
It's not
How's
too
this?
bad. That's better. That's
That's
much
good.
better.
Oh, there we go.
Cool. Okay, we're sweet. So,
Chrome.
Will,
Chrome thing.
William.
I had to get into Chrome and do it.
that's
Thanks.
okay, matey. That's all cool. William,
Yes.
Negan, 2d6. This is what's happened to the ship. You're going to make Samuel very happy. Holy shit. Okay, you
Oh, no.
damaged a turret. Give me a 1d6, please. You have made Samuel so happy. If it's a 1 to 3, you've damaged the missile. If it's a 4 to 6, you've damaged the laser missiles. There you go, your long distance attacks.
Is that the one I'm in?
Yeah, but you're not in it yet. Because you wouldn't be in it while he's dipping into the atmosphere.
Curse Tacoma.
Yeah. So, right, Tacoma. I'm going to take over Tacoma for a second. Okay, so Tacoma. Okay, Samuel and Negan, wherever you're at, we need you to go do a diagnostic and see what's happened to the missile turret, and I'll bring it back out into space, and you're going to have to try to fix it as quick as you can, or jury-rig something, as we're going to go in very shortly. And the refueling took... Oh, okay. If I put an R there, we might be better. 7 hours. So 7 hours to get there, 7 hours to refuel. And you've got... Sorry, I'll just get back to it. 3G... you've got 4... No. That one. You've got 96 hours to get something done before... Well, you've got about 90 hours, because the last 5 hours you're going to be actually close enough to engage in battle around the planet. So, Samuel and Negan. Negan, you have vac suit, don't you? Oh no, it's normally Lance that goes out with.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Negan's got no vac suit.
Yeah. Boy.
I've got one vac suit. Sorry, one. I don't know what that.
Okay, but you got no mech, which is what's needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got mech and vac suit.
Cool.
Me too.
All right.
No, it's
Well,
good to
and I'll fix the turret.
Yeah.
All right. So rolling 2d6
Well,
plus 1 for my
first of
mech.
all, a diagnostic from Samuel, please.
Okay.
And then the two of you are going to have to see if you
Mechanic or engineering?
Mech. It's all turret stuff. Oh, mech and electronic. Both of you got that?
I have electronic, I believe.
I have mech and electronic.
Cool.
I've got
okay.
10.
Rightio. Okay, right, so it's going to be here soon. And while he's doing the mech, can you, Glenn, do the electronic test? Are you having fireworks or something at your place, Jerry?
Must be. Yeah. I'm out in the garage and there's like a million flies. So
okay, that's what it is. Okay.
I'm killing them.
That's all cool.
That's all cool. Fly swatter. They're driving me nuts.
Awesome. Okay, matey. Okay, so the damage tends to be more to electrical parts, so no major mechanical stuff has to happen. Unfortunately, you are going to have to take off one of the frame bracket sort of things to get to the electronics. So that is going to require some work. So first of all, I take it you've taken a mech kit and an electronic kit, each of you sort of thing. So I'll need a support roll from Sergeant Lance, please. Yep, +1 to yours, Jerry. This is just to get things ready.
Just a regular 2D +1?
Yep. And then +1 for your skill, or whatever your skill is.
I got 7 then.
Okay.
Yeah, same roll.
Okay, difficulty. Okay, just give a second.
Help me.
Okay, rightio. Basically it's taking a bit longer. You've taken 2 hours. While you're doing that, Pierre, can you give me a sensor roll as you're planning to do your navigation roll to come in as unseen as possible? So finally, after 2 hours, you two get the frame bracket thing off. So you can see that something's eaten through most of the insulation and the wire in this particular part of the turret, which is why it's totally useless. And it's going to be, you're going to need to get some spare parts from in the ship's hold, and you're not quite sure, but it could take you up to like 12 hours to replace everything.
Gee whiz, I want overtime for this shit.
And that's so. Okay, well.
Where's our union contract, man? Yeah. Double time after so many hours.
Yeah, okay. Captain Tacoma will try not to bounce you off the surface of the ship as he's going in system. How's that for a contract? So, Will, Navigator, can you give me a piloting roll, please, as the Captain tries to follow the navigational course to be as least
Yeah, we get
detected.
paid Villani overtime. It's half the normal rate.
Okay. That's a 10, so that's good. Okay, guys. You're in space as you are fixing this up. I need electronic roll
no one
support.
can hear us scream.
That's right. There are some adjustments he does in the space, which are... You are secured, aren't you, to the ship? I hope so.
What?
I never heard no securing. That has not happened.
What the hell kind of wussy secures to the ship?
Okay, rightio.
When they spacewalk. They grav boots. Of course we're secured to the ship. What kind of question is that?
just checking, just in case. Okay, rightio. Sergeant Lance, if you can give me your support electronic roll. Oh, sorry. Before you do it, do you guys want to do this to fix it, or do you want to do this adjustment for time taken? Your support roll, is it going to cut it in half because you worked out roughly 12 hours, or do you want it to do as to help fix it? Which one?
How far away are we from the planet?
You still got about another 80 75 hours from the planet.
Oh, well then I want to roll to help fix it.
Okay.
The time is not of the essence.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Yep, nothing there. Okay, it's all on you, Samuel. Whenever you're ready, Jerry, to make your electronic roll to fix it all. Okay, 12 hours later, you feed the last line in, you replace the last line, you check the plate goes back on, and you guys get to scurry inside. Unfortunately, no micrometeorites hit you or anything, so it's just a
and we turn the motor on, and it makes that rev noise.
Yeah. And it turns and it burns out, and you go, oh crap, we've done something wrong. Anyway, so you're in, and I guess the first thing you'll want to do, still in your vac suit, Sergeant Lance, is test it out to make sure it's all workable.
Yes, I will do that.
Okay, so just give me a, it's just on a, training setting, so if you give me a missile, like a, normal firing roll.
Works like normal.
Hang on. GM roll 2d6. That's excellent.
All right. Well,
there we go. Right. Okay.
We'll find out. We'll find out if it's working when we need it most.
That's right. Only I know if it is. Okay, rightio. The rest of the time, it's just a in-flight suspense sort of stuff. Negan, are you going to go and check on the next lot of brew, or what are you doing? No? You're laughing. You're just letting it do whatever it's doing.
That was me laughing.
Oh, sorry.
So this mic is a lot better now?
Yep.
It's pretty hot.
Oh, okay. Sounds okay to me.
Well, we're getting a lot
of...
Something's crackling. I'm not sure what.
Hot air.
A lot of hot air.
Yeah. I mean, it's not terrible, but you may want to mute unless you got something.
Okay. William.
You gotta.
Sorry, you go.
No. It's fine.
William.
Nagan reporting.
Yep. Are you going in to check on the brew, or because you've got about 70 hours before you hit the planet? Possibly, literally.
Yes, I will be going to check on the brew.
Cool.
That hooch is bad luck, and I didn't even drink any.
2d6 minus 3, please.
Can we put some in spray bottles?
Don't bother drinking it. Put it in your guns.
Well, we did. I mean, we did make some of those.
You got some of those glass
acid guns.
Yep, they're glass guns, so you got to be careful with them. But hey, if you run out, you don't have any acid, so who knows. So Sergeant Lance, once you've checked out your turret, are you going back to check on the still?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Where you go, please. Well,
it's a mediocre.
Yeah, but it is obvious that he's got the mix inverted. So he was making some sort of fuel, not some sort of alcohol to drink.
Okay.
It's going to be a long 6 months.
If we poured a quart of it in the fuel, would it cause a misjump or?
It could do all sorts of things.
Okay.
Okay.
You could end up in the Delta Quadrant or something.
You could end up who knows where. Okay, so you fix that. Okay, you're coming in to the planet. Well, we need another sensor sweep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not the best.
Hang on. Let's see if... What do I get? Okay.
If this were a tabletop game, we would put our dice up and get new dice. But
you would be melting that set of dice, definitely. Okay, Will, you're reporting clear from what you can see. So you're on approach, so I guess it'll be another nav roll to try to find some celestial body that you can sort of ride on top of as it goes past or around the planet. So a nav roll to try to find something.
Are we still in the same meteor season as the last time? But it's, I mean, a lot of, at least 2 weeks have gone by.
Yeah, no, that's why you're having to find something new. So sensor roll, sorry, before we go into a nav roll.
Okay, sensor, this is to find a body.
Find something of sizableness that can hide you. Okay, you find a celestial body that's roughly the same size as the ship that you're going to have to sort of like, that's the best you can do. That sort of comes within about 500 clicks of the planet. It'll do a slight detour as the gravity pulls it towards the planet, but it's actually not going to go around, it's going to go past. But it's going to give you around about a half an hour sort of vector to work on to do a sensor sweep of the planet. And you know the location, the transponder code, so you know exactly what you're looking for. You just got to find where they are. That's all you can do. So I guess if you can roll for Sid, who's still out a little bit, I think he's not back yet, I don't think. So Pierre, if you can roll for him with his piloting roll of +3, just to try to place the ship in that perfect spot.
I'm sorry, rolling for who?
Sid Tacoma with a +3 on his piloting.
Okay, yeah, I don't actually have control of Sid's sheet, but it's 2d6 +3.
Yes, please.
Okay.
And no ones are allowed.
Well,
there he is.
Good.
Cool.
Sorry, guys. I thought we started at the a
bit later. That's okay. So you have just inserted the ship behind a rock that's roughly the same size as the ship into an orbit around the planet, so that you can do a scan very shortly. The minor damage to the missile turret, you believe, is repaired. The still that Nagin and Sergeant Lance have made is slowly producing something akin to rocket fuel, and that's about what's happened since.
Okay.
So it's all about getting to your stations now.
Are we under attack?
No, because you are now inserting yourself into the orbit of the planet so you can scan for the ships to see where they are.
Okay. Yep.
We sort of attacked ourselves by poor skillmanship and dice rolls.
Yeah. Oh, you're also refueled at the local gas giant, so your ship is now churning out the fuel you need to do a jump, because you would have been empty.
Or a hop.
So you did, so you did that first. Okay. Anyone doing anything else? It's about a 2-hour wait before you get your half-an-hour window. Anyone doing that in 2 hours? What are they doing? If anyone's doing anything.
I am checking my gear.
Mm-hmm.
Nagana's having a nap.
I'm getting in the turret and getting prepared to blow up chimeras.
Okay. And you know, funny thing is, William, that's Nagan, what you just said. Sorry, Mentor.
Yeah, Devin's in the laser turret.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I'm going to check my turret again.
Rightio.
Can I do that?
Yep.
All right. There we go.
You are feeling fairly assured that your turret is spot on. Yep, Samuel?
I'm, of course, in the engine room making sure the drives are running well, unless Skipper needs another co-pilot or something in front, which I think he's got it.
Yep. Can you give me an engineering check, please?
Absolutely. +2.
Mm-hmm.
9.
Okay. It's all ticking over nicely. No problem so far. Rightio. No one else doing anything else? Dane, are you doing anything else? Or are you just waiting?
I'm just hanging around, continuing my studies.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, cool. Okay, you come in. You So this is a combination of Will doing a sensor sweep, and I don't know if Tacoma wants to do anything else apart from pilot. I don't know if you want to do a survey as well while you're doing it. Because it will reduce your both skills by 1, that's all.
No. We won't do surveys.
Okay. Where you go? Where you go, Will?
Okay, now, when we were last in Larvgard, was there some trouble with, like, a space platform orbiting the planet or something like that? I seem to remember there was
There was a space platform, a starport, a B starport, and you believe your last reading, it would indicate that there was some sort of energy coming from it. You weren't sure. You try to keep away from it, so you're not sure what's the nature of it.
Yeah, but close orbit on an Earth-like planet is, you know, just 90 minutes to go around once. So every 45 minutes, you know, we can at most be away from it for 45 minutes. But anyway, I'm doing the first sensor roll.
Okay, well, you picked up the first ship. You know exactly where it is. You can log that on. In 10 more minutes, you can check for the next ship. And where you go.
Okay.
You pick up the second ship. You've got 20 minutes left, another 10 more minutes, and you can try to locate the last ship.
Ooh, good. Okay. Did I get a plus because we knew the transponder codes, or is this included?
Oh, sorry. A +2 for the transponder codes. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So it's even better.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm just doing the raw skill roll.
Yep, +2 on top.
And I think with a +2 around, I do succeed all around.
Rightio, so you do locate the third ship. So the first 2 ships are still on planet. The third ship, it would, from where you're pinging, seeking it, would be just about to come around the horizon of the planet, around in sort of low-level orbit. Roughly where the space platform is.
Take no chances, blow them out of the sky.
Okay, so that's been compromised, in other words.
Well, it could be survivors. But I wouldn't
yeah, that's the thing.
chance.
We don't know who.
They could be infected too. Dane says.
Like I said, or like I typed earlier, we could wear a plant face and say, "Hello, how's it hanging?
How's it growing? How's
it growing?
So what is it?
That was
Just
so good, Steve.
moving there? How fast is it moving towards the thing?
a sec. It's a size 2 planet, so at your best speed, you could get in there at around about 76 minutes into the same orbit.
Do we have the speed to cut them off?
Well, their ships are exactly the same as your ship.
So no.
Unless you can somehow get in a lot closer and surprise them. I mean, there's several things here. Either it's the aliens or it's a survivor. One or the other. I mean, there could be a third party, but that's highly unlikely. Yep, or it could be both. Whatever whoever it is, they found a way to get up to the starport. Doesn't guarantee that they found a way to access any of the other systems, but they may have.
So are they docked with the starport, or are they heading for the starport?
The only thing that Will has been able to get you is the location, which would indicate that it's at their starport, probably docked.
Probably docked.
Because it's about to come around the horizon of the planet. You're still behind the rock. You're just getting a very you're getting a, like, you don't know the specifics of it because you've got no visual, but you know the exact location on a star map sort of thing.
And scout bases aren't known to have like defensive
starports.
weapons?
Starports, they
not
can have
starports. The scout base. Sorry.
Scout base. Oh, it depends where it is. Some scout bases are heavily defended. Some scout bases just have the, just like, you know, the meteorite defenses sort of stuff, just the natural stuff. And some that are within an atmosphere don't really have anything because they don't need it.
Let's scout out. Let's scout out the scout base then.
The scout base or the starport? Because it's the starport that it's at.
Oh fuck. Sorry, I'm just thinking.
It's an orbiting
That's
starport.
Yeah.
Orbiting
we're
starport.
lucky.
Right up, so it's star BB. Okay, so do you want to wait for it to come around the horizon so that Will can have a try another scan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good plan.
So you guys give it about another 10 more minutes, and then it starts to peek around the horizon of the planet. And Will, away you go when you're ready.
Okay.
Shall I drop bombs on the two ships that are on the ground while they're still on the ground?
We need a careful. What do you call?
Plan of attack.
Plan of attack strategy. Some players may remember the safari where we were supposed to grab a wild animal and how crappy that went. May remember that.
Well,
That was
I
some
remember-
fun shit. That was a fun game.
What, Jerry, are you that I beat with my?
No, we need a plan, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, that was a different place where you
Yeah.
beat me with the
Yeah.
stick or something, and you had the
Yeah.
gun and shot me. You were having hallucinogens. This was where we had the dinosaur things, and we had that one
Oh yeah.
No, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
blown up by a fusion gun, man. Horrible.
I don't
Alright,
want to cut everyone off, but I'd
Yeah.
like to focus on what the hell we just
Okay.
did.
That's true.
What's the plan?
So you've got, you do definitely have 2 targets on the planet surface, one target orbiting on the starport or near the starport.
Yeah, and we just scanned the starport, correct?
Will's about to, unless he has already.
I did
Yes.
roll. I
Sorry,
did roll a
sorry.
roll for the starport. It's coming around again.
8. Okay, so what you discern from your roll, you've got an exact location, and from where your scan is, it is highly probable that the ship is docked with the starport. We're talking meters distance. The other thing is, you're reading from your previous reading, you're reading a higher level of energy coming off the starport.
Yeah, they're charging up their guns, maybe.
Well, either that or they've accessed a lot more of the power generators on board the starport.
No, I think it's most likely they're survivors. Whether or not they're infected or not, I don't know.
I would second the skipper's theory. I think there's survivors that are hiding and have figured out how to evade the intruders, the aliens.
Like the way that they're opening that up, like the aliens don't need to open up power.
Didn't we find out that the starport was compromised the first time we were here?
It
Or
was
Yeah, but
cold.
it was cold.
Oh, no power.
It was cold, and there was survivors who'd survived there for like 30, 50 years.
Yeah, it was cold and dark, but that kept the aliens in hibernation. So if it gets lit up, they might wake up too. So I don't know.
And we can't send them.
Well,
Well,
if we
think
blow
about
up
what you can send.
if we blow up the ground-bound ships, we've shown our hand. If we communicate with the starport, we've shown our hand.
Yep.
So then we'd have to operate very, very quickly and like have a plan.
Well,
Yep.
our choices are to either show our hand
Or
or attack them and destroy them utterly. Those are really kind of our two choices.
Both those choices are showing our hand.
If they're human survivors, then we have all those. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, whether we attack them or show our hand, they're both showing our hand. We should probably just
Well,
show
I
the
guess what I'm
show
saying
is
is-
most effective.
Yeah, in lieu of attacking we can either attack the base and the ship at the base, or we can, radio the ship at the base, or we can attack the ships on the ground and see what happens, or we can just fly by and see if they do anything.
So, I think What was the mission? Do you guys remember the mission?
To destroy the ship so that the Chimera don't get them and have mega jump. So
I remember the mission being that we were reconning the position.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had decided what we were going to do because there were no specific orders from that dude because he was.
Yeah, I thought I'd put the order that we were reconning, not
Yep.
Yeah, you did.
Well, you can recon, but you've got new information. You decide, you guys, what you want to do with that info.
How many hours? How many days are we in this?
This would be day 4.
God damn it! I thought I said that we'd spend a day in recon and then leave, so that we can meet.
Day 4 in the system. This is the day of the recon around the planet.
Yeah, we had to move in from the inner gas giant about 90 hours or so. That makes 4 days.
Yeah, but I thought we were doing half jumps. Half hops, sorry.
Yeah.
No, we made a jump direct to Larvgard, and we arrived around the inner gas giant.
To refuel.
We were 96 hours or so. We refueled. We were 90. Yeah, we were 96 hours to the main Larvgard planet.
I've got a bit of an idea. Why don't we pick one of those ships that's on the ground and go in there real fast, land, and get somebody with piloting skill on board with a couple other guys with some guns, and we try to power it up and get it up off the planet.
Take too
and
long.
Then we can just park it in orbit.
No, it'd take too long, and they'd surround us before we'd even get. By the time we land, they'd probably already surround us.
Just blow the shit up. Just blow it up.
Yeah.
Well, these
blow
things
them up.
haven't moved.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, the ships haven't moved, so I don't think the aliens are on them. So there might be, they might probably have landed in an isolated area because you would, and the aliens haven't found the ship, and so it's not surrounded. We might be able to.
We don't know.
But when we go to land, the other ship could leave the starport and just head somewhere else, and it could have aliens on it.
Yeah,
that is a possibility.
I got a quick question too here, you guys. Did any of us try to actually communicate with the ships? There could be survivors barricaded in, locked in the ship, just trying to stay alive.
Yeah,
well, that's what you're deciding right now, whether to communicate or whether to attack.
I second the landing plan. I think great plan.
Can I just mention, guys, that you do actually have 2 vessels. One's a bit more dangerous. Yeah. You do have an air raft.
Nagaran volunteers.
Okay. Do you have a pilot?
I have luck on my side. Can't get 2 double ones in one day.
Well, we'd have to have somebody with pilot. And
I have pilot 1.
Okay,
well,
so
I got ship's boat. Ship's boat will do.
Ship's boat will do.
I have ship's boat also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mentioned the dangers.
Yeah.
I mentioned the dangers of splitting ship personnel and how I have a personal conviction that I must be within 20 feet of the coffee machine.
Okay.
We have a skill that's producing good stuff to settle your nerves, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just thinking I could pilot the air raft down to one of the ships that's all quiet and with somebody else to pilot, and we could see if it's surrounded by aliens or whatnot.
Can we do a sensor sweep of that area and see if we pick up life forms in that area?
You can try.
Yeah.
So,
hold on, Glenn. Can you specify which area you talked about?
Well, just where the ships are on the ground.
Okay. See.
Yeah.
Have we made?
Maybe we.
Okay, so I'll give you the locations of the ships. Have I still got that map there? I do. No, I don't. Crap. I'm taking it off. Okay, so the locations that you had. So if you remember, you're down by a park and you're heading in towards the city centre, so to speak. Yeah. So off to the east, across the river, there's another small park. That's where one of the ships is. And then to the south of that, there's another ship there, in basically what would be ruins of the city itself. So you've got one in the city, one sort of in the small park area.
Anyone got explosives? Because if you're gonna go down there, you're gonna just blow it up. Blow up the 2 ships. I don't want to orbital strike it.
Well, actually, I've got forward observers, so I can call in orbital strikes from the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually really good at that. So, if you want to hit it, I can direct their fire to be sure to hit it.
Well, there's that option.
Let's see.
If you need me to pilot anywhere, I'll jump in. Just tell me where.
Right now, you're the engineer. We kind of need you on the ship.
Yep.
Okay.
We need to focus.
So, if you're asking about demolitions, I believe there is someone with demolitions.
Yes, there is. Namely, moi.
Yes.
But do we have any charges?
We got missiles.
You just take down 2 missiles. Yep, take 2 missiles and set a charge and take off.
Right.
Yep, so Sergeant Lance, thanks for volunteering.
It's just like the military.
If you could.
Does pilot go with the error?
No. You can treat it as
You like it even when it's not done.
pilot minus
Does it?
1. I
Hold
think.
on, whoever that is, mute their mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll shoot, bro.
Yeah.
Don't do it again.
I think
What's that?
pilot minus 1. Hang on,
Don't
I'll
put
check the
anything
skill.
in it. It looks so good when it's fluffy like that.
Will,
Does it?
Yeah.
So
William,
weird.
William, mute your microphone.
Shit, sorry, I was in the car, my bad.
All good. Sorry, just checking it. I'm pretty sure, isn't it, pilot minus 1 is equal to shipboat 0? Hang on, let me
I'm
have a
sorry,
look.
say again?
Pilot minus 1.
I'll check.
Yeah, pilot 3 would also operate small craft as if they had shipboat 2. So pilot skill minus 1 equals shipboat.
But what about the other way around?
Yes, I'm volunteering then.
Well, I
Well,
have
I've-
ship's boat 1 and pilot 1.
No. I got ship's boat.
Yeah, but I don't want to exactly send you in on alone.
Yeah, I've got ship's boat 2 actually, so I'm good at that.
Oh, well then he's volunteered. I'm staying aboard.
Yeah, no
You
problem.
guys need a medic?
So you got
I am.
So
Well.
right now we need is the explosive guy, someone to fly, and probably someone to shoot.
I'll be the red shirt.
Are you good with guns?
Negan is good with a bat.
I'm in the red shirt.
I guess I can go and shoot, and with the added benefit of being a medic, if I absolutely have to.
Well, yeah, I can shoot. I know Dane can shoot. We got lots of shooters, so it's just a matter of somebody stepping up.
Yeah, remember the open notes handout? We were all supposed to indicate our major skills,
Mm-hmm.
so it's in there.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
Dane will go, being the heroic gentleman that he is.
Okay. Dane's not going to get another
Right.
sample, is he?
Well, that would depend if the captain's willing to let a sample come back on board. And
Yeah,
whether it's a containment vessel.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking scary when we got this last.
No, we've already done it once.
Alright.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty bad, honestly.
Do I have
Yeah.
like a collection of, well, we're probably not going to have time anyway. No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
At some point I'm going to take down a collection of chemicals, acidic bases, etc. and actually just test on a dead body, but yeah.
No, I'd rather if you guys just focus on the one
Yeah.
mission.
Yeah,
Yep.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Basically, all we need is a hired gun to cover fucking what's his name when he sets the explosives.
Right.
Yeah, Lance.
Yeah, I'll go. Dane will go.
Yeah, we take 4 missiles, and
Yep.
we get in the ship's boat, and we wave
Well,
goodbye to
aircraft, but
everybody.
Yep. Aircraft. But
And
yep.
and you know, yeah. And Sergeant Lance hugs Tacoma and tells him it's been nice working with him. And, we get in the damn thing and go.
Don't worry, Captain. I'll bring him back alive.
Oh, such greatness. Yes, wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, radio.
We're gonna be fine.
No, he does it. He does it kind of like, you know, it's a French hug. You know, he does the whole, you know, cheek, left cheek, right cheek.
It's the European, and yeah.
Right. Okay. Sweet as.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he thinks he takes his teddy bear and contemplates for a moment giving the captain the teddy bear, and like, nah, I can't do it. He takes it with him.
Okay, especially since it contains a grenade as well.
Especially since it's got the grenade in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
Coma's probably got like that nobility face of like not amused.
Radio. So, Sergeant...
no. We do take a mason jar of that shit that we cooked up in the engine room.
Okay, just in case.
Just in case.
Radio. So, Sergeant Lance, Devon, and Dane. The three of you are on the air raft heading down.
Yep.
Radio. Cool. Okay, so just, and I'm not trying to throw a spanner in here, but Tacoma, you are just wanting to take out the two on the planet, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, because you have taken both of your gunners off your ship.
Fuck.
Should you need to do something about the one on the starboard?
No, I got gunnery laser 1.
Okay, sweet.
I also have gunnery skills.
Cool, there you go, you got someone there. Cool, sweet. Okay. Cool, so you got a tight crew, but that's good. That's good, you got a little bit of redundancy. That's awesome. Okay, so
rule number 1 in role-playing games, always party.
Yeah. Yeah, I know,
Yes.
I know. But this is gonna be fun.
No, we've covered your skills, so
Yep.
Lasers 1 and screens 1, so
Cool.
I can.
Cool. Okay, Devon, you are piloting the craft down, I take it?
Mm-hmm.
Where you go? Give me a roll. Try to make it, you know, like you're part of a meteorite or something, I don't know. Act like a meteorite. Fly like a meteorite, there you go.
Oh Christ, can't 12-year-olds pilot ships, boats in the future society? I mean, geez.
Oh,
Well, keep in mind, I mean,
I'm good at it.
we have Chimera that are flying now, so yeah.
and
Yeah.
with ships that can do a fair bit of damage. Just give me a second.
They're soon going to be, these Chimeras are soon going to be intelligent enough to swing a ship's mortgage and manage the payments better than we could.
There you go. Then they'll truly have taken over. Okay, so you guys are on your way. Will, can you please give me a sensor roll, just so you can see the passage down to the surface of the planet? Cool. You got a good lock on them. Now, before I'm only asking this, just so I understand, not so you got to suddenly start making up a whole lot of plans. What was the plan about communication between the two parties before they left
Dead.
Tacoma?
it was black.
Okay, no
There's
communication.
We've got the Colonial Battle Dress that has continent range.
Yep. Well, you were in your Colonial Battle Dress, so that's all cool.
No, it's full Black Ops, like no
communication. Radio.
So you're talking about radio
Okay.
silence.
Silent.
Yeah,
Mhm.
radio silence.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
All right then.
Unless you absolutely need it, but like
Yeah.
Yep.
I
you
thought,
better be infected and dying.
I thought we could do the opposite and run the ship-to-ship karaoke program.
Sounds great.
We play the music, they
You
sing.
sing. Excellent. So you guys on the life raft will basically be touching helmets to talk to each other. Because that's radio silence.
Oh, against themselves.
Mm.
They could figure that out. I thought it
Okay.
was from them to the ship.
Okay.
I mean, if we used radios to communicate short range with each other, would that be detectable somehow?
If you no, not from the starbase, spaceport. No.
Okay, well, I don't know that I mean, we're in an air raft, right?
Mhm.
It's covered. So we can probably open our helmets and talk, I would think. Can we not?
Yeah. But when you're on planet, you're not going to want to do that, are you?
No.
and it is an
Aren't you
intercontinental.
guys wearing your battle dress, your colonial battle dress?
Yes.
You're not wearing vac suits. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So you're flying down
And,
nicely.
Jen,
You've got a
let's make
lock on
sure-
them. That's all cool. Okay. So we'll I'm taking it that you're doing multiple scans, just checking on what the starport's doing as well. So if you give me a scan for that, please.
Jesus Christ, the dog won't shut up. Excuse me.
Right. It doesn't seem to be reacting or anything to the small air raft or the rock that you're hiding behind currently. So at the moment, as far as you can tell.
The ship that we're headed for. Right.
But don't forget, in about another 10 minutes, this rock stops in any sort of orbit of the planet and starts heading on out. So you have to decide what to do then. So, back on the air raft. I need a piloting roll, please, to get to the surface safely. It is at a -2, so it's just a flat 2d6.
All right. Who's driving? Is it Devin?
Beautifully done.
Yep.
Okay. Bit bumpy, but he's got you on the ground. Well, he's got you in the atmosphere. Okay.
So what do you see?
What you saw before on the screens of the ship as you came in last time. Nothing really has changed. Devon's got you coming in. I'm just gonna randomly roll. Got you coming in from the north first. So the park one, the easiest one to get to.
Right. Anything there? Any aliens?
You don't really have that much in the way of sensory equipment.
Well, did we see any?
Give me a roll. What's your and add any bonus for intelligence or penalty?
I am so smart.
Basically, 10, 11, 12 gives you
let's see.
+1.
Yeah, I'm not that smart. 2d6. Let's see, I've got recon.
Recon will do even better.
All right. Boom. 8.
Okay. What you can see basically the small park, you can see the ship, you can see a whole lot of bodies all over the ground. What you can't see is any movement.
Can I take a recon check also?
Yep, and there's nothing standing up. It's all, assumed to be dead. Yes, where you go?
2d6 +1. Nah.
Yeah, you're just seeing some bodies.
Yeah.
But Sergeant Lance, you are, what you're seeing is what you assume to be dead bodies. There is a mix of alien and humans. Well,
okay.
The ones in battle suits you're taking to be humans.
Okay. Is there any energy coming from this ship? Can I tell that at all, or?
Well, you're using the transponder, so there would be a power, a circuit going through it at least.
Right.
Yeah.
Do we have the codes to enter in where the air rafts go in?
Yeah, but they've probably got an air raft there. But you can enter it.
All right. We will open that door.
Okay, so the door opens. It's on the top of the ship. So the door's open. Yes, they do have an air raft already in there, but you can hover on top, jump in there, and through there gain access into the ship.
All right.
Because you've got the codes for the physical codes for the ship, if you know what I mean.
All right. Where do I need to set the missiles?
Well, the missiles. It's going to take 2 of you in an atmosphere and a gravity to actually move these. Probably the best place would be near the power plant.
All right. I'm going to get in the other air raft.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take it and drive it out and set it down on the ground. Yep.
Give me a recon roll, please.
Why don't you guys? Okay. I would have told you to let me do that. I can park it in the air and use my grab belt to come down. But, okay.
Well, okay.
Stay away from the ground with all the bodies, but well, okay, it's already done.
We can do that if Steve will let us. All right.
Okay,
well,
this time, yes.
GM. It's up to you, Steve.
Go. No, go. That's all cool. At the moment.
Go what?
Go with Mantar's plan at the moment.
Okay.
All right. All right. Yeah, we'll pull it up, hover it out.
Yeah. Well, that sucked too.
Cool.
Could find spaces, I guess. Do I bang it against the side or something?
Sorry, I didn't catch that, Mantar. That last one.
Oh, he rolled a 6.
Yeah. What did I do? Did I bang it against the side and make noise or something?
You just you've got it moving. You've got it going, but you haven't actually disengaged the locks or something.
Ah. All right.
Because it's still locked to the ship. Because they don't just sit there. They've got to be locked down.
Okay, so I'll hop out and see what's up with that. Disconnect it.
Rightio. Where you go, making a roll. Glenn, can you give me another recon roll, please, while he's doing that? Okay. Everything around you still is very still. Nothing appears to have changed. Dane, I don't know because you're the other person with recon, is that right? Matt?
Yes, Dane has recon.
Okay.
Yes, I have recon 1.
Yep. Are you going to do another recon? I mean, are you constantly watching is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay. Another roll, please.
I'm just twiddling the old thumbs.
Yeah. Okay, Dane, you are suspicious of a small pile of bodies. Not sure why, but you're just suspicious. So you're just going to keep your eye on that.
Yeah.
What weapon did you... Oh, you've got your... oh my god. You've got your plasma gun, haven't you, on your arm? On your shoulder, yep. So are you deploying it now? Because you've got to deploy it first.
Yeah, I'm going to set up. Especially if I think something looks suspicious, I'm gonna get prepared, yeah.
Okay, rightio.
I'm not going to startle anyone, I'm just going to sort of get it prepared.
Okay, rightio.
Yeah, I think we're all going to... I mean... Is there any reason not to deploy the plasma gun? I think we would all deploy our plasma gun if we're going down to deploy.
Yeah, you won't be able to move in the ship with your plasma guns deployed.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Do we have to deploy the flamethrower, or is the
flamethrower is easy? That's just in, and the grenade launcher is just in your arms, but the other thing sort of rises up out of your shoulder. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And then you've got the hooks that sink into or lock you into the ground for when you boom and you don't sort of go flying off and all that sort of crap.
Right.
Yeah.
And don't forget we've got rocket boots too on our.
Yes, you do have rocket boots.
You can always fly away.
Fly. Yeah. Okay, so you've got both ear ass off. Dane's taken a defensive offensive sort of position. He's checking the ground. You're ready to. You and it looks like it's going to have to be you and Devon delivering the payload.
Right. We'll go into the ship. I want to park the other air raft. I want everybody to get in this ship while we do this. And we're going to close the ship up.
Okay, so Dane, you'll have to deactivate your gun.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, that's okay.
So here's what I'm thinking, guys. We go ahead and set up the charges, and we set up like a trigger so that any one of us can detonate the charges. All right. Then what we do is we see if we can start the ship up and we take off on the ship. Okay? If there's some kind of weird beastie on the ship, we all jump out and blow the thing up.
That sounds good.
All right. And if there's not a beastie on the ship, then we take this ship and we set it for a crash course into the other ship. And we set a timer on the explosives to blow up when it crashes into the other ship.
I don't know. I'm thinking we save that for the one that's on the station, just in case. Because if the other ship isn't moving, we might be able to just destroy that one the same way. But having an extra ship against that thing might be good, because we might get into a ship-to-ship combat.
Okay, so we'll stop there for a second, guys. Yeah, we're just going to leave the surface of the planet for a second. Back up to space. Tacoma and Will, you are now leaving orbits, like you're now starting to head away from the planet. What do you want to do?
And if we try to maintain the orbit, we'd be running right into the starport?
No, you would come out from the back of the rock that's been hiding you. That's the only thing. Because you were behind a rock that was sort of did a slight curve around the planet, and then carried on its trajectory. And now it's heading away from the planet.
They can stay on the rock and just move away from the planet, right?
Yeah, they can, but they're going to get further and further away from you guys. And to
yeah,
their
when
knowledge,
you get out of contact, it's a fast hyperbolic sort of flyby.
Yeah, and to their knowledge, you guys are still only on an air raft. So what do you want to do, Tacoma?
Stay on the rock.
Okay.
We can monitor them.
Okay, cool. Radio, back down to the ground. Away you go, guys.
Because I imagine we're pretty quick that we could pick them up pretty fast if we go any further.
Well, it's 91 minutes from your current location before you start heading away from the planet to get to the surface. 70 something to get to the starport.
Minutes?
Minutes.
Alright, yeah. No, we'll stay on the thing then.
So the further away you go, the longer it's going to be to get back, but we're only talking minutes, but you're building up minutes.
Yeah, like I've said, all they got to do is go back and then we can pick them up once they're in orbit.
Rightio. Well, cool. Okay.
Back to so
land.
I'm going to go, using my demolition skill, presumably the best place to put the demolitions is on the nuclear reactor.
Mm-hmm.
So I will go and do that.
So you're not doing So you're not doing a sweep at all of the inside of the ship.
No, we're going to have a security team backing me up while I set up the nuclear.
Okay.
Unless we want to do a sweep of the ship,
just as you go towards the engines, that's all.
Okay.
Just quickly. How long would it take, roughly?
It's just as you're heading towards, you're just doing like an aliens, they're looking, as they're going.
Yeah.
But we're, alright, so when you say sweep of the ship,
that's
what
I mean.
Means to me is...
Sweep as you're going. Not a total search.
Sweeping the whole ship.
Yeah.
Right?
Not a total search.
Okay.
Didn't mean that. No, sorry.
It's not that big of a ship, really.
No. Okay. So, can I get a recon from Dane, because you'll be busy starting to get all your stuff ready, I guess?
Actually, if we're going to do a sweep of the ship, I'm going to do recon.
Okay.
All right.
You better.
Because Dane is the medic, and he doesn't need to be in front. So of course we're all going to. Well, we don't need to use the plasma guns inside the ship. So.
No, that wouldn't be good.
All right. Well, here we go. I've got the laser rifle.
Right.
Okay.
All clear.
Yeah.
It's all clear.
No,
okay, I'm gonna. I'm gonna set up the explodey bits.
Yeah. I think they'd like to have this ship back if we save it, but yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay. So the nuclear devices are set up.
Okay. Well, they're set up, are they? Nice. Well, that's your. Oh, it's the same ones as your recon roll.
Well, no, I rolled a 6 and a 5.
Yeah, I know.
For
And
the
then a
recon.
5
I rolled
and a 6.
5 and a 6
Yeah,
for
that's
the
awesome.
nuclear.
Nice
Cool.
rolls.
Okay, nice and safe, especially with what you're talking about. Okay.
Because last time I used my demolition skill, I rolled a 3 and
Yeah, it
had
wasn't a good roll.
throw the stuff out or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you set the charges. You set everything's ready. Is it going to be like a coded thing or just a sweet simple button?
I'm just going to make a simple button. Yeah, I mean, I'll put a little. I mean, it'll be a little thing you have to unlock.
Yeah, yep.
You have to
No, that's all
open it
cool.
and press
That's all
the
cool
button.
because like each one of
I
you's
don't
going
want
to have
somebody
it.
like sitting on
It's
it.
a dead man's switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want somebody sitting on it or falling on it.
Rightio. No problem. I mean,
And
it doesn't have
probably
to, yeah.
I should be the one that. No, you know what? I'll give it to Dane.
Okay.
Because Dane is the medic, and Dane is probably the one that will
Try to preserve life, you think?
preserve life rather than get killed.
Right.
Fair enough.
Yep. Okay. You move up to that part of your mission done. Then you've talked about your other idea of piloting this vehicle into the other vehicle.
Yeah. Well, and so was it Mantar? Was that you that didn't want to do that?
Yeah, I think he suggested that we could use the other vehicle to hit the vehicle on the starport and just straight blow this one up.
Well, we could use this one to hit the starport, or we could use it to hit the other one. Basically, I think we should just hold off on destroying the colonial forces' perfectly serviceable, non-alien infested ship until we actually need it for something.
And then there's the other idea, which is we just bring the damn thing back.
Yeah. They'd be
all right,
more happy
so
with that, I'm sure. These are expensive.
Does anybody have pilot with us, or is it just ship's boat?
I was trying to get somebody with pilot to come, but
okay. Well,
remember the captain said the priority was to blow it up, not take it back.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's not here.
Ship's boat 2 is pilot 1.
He's our captain. I think we should follow his orders.
I mentioned this long ago. When we have to handle 2 ships, we split the party, and it becomes a big logistics hassle to make sure all ships land in all places.
Let them do what they want to do.
Yeah. No.
All right, that was just my suggestion. You know.
Yep.
Well,
he's not here. I don't want the.
Okay.
I don't want to get yelled at by the colonial forces. So
here's the thing. So boat 1, pilot 0.
No.
That's my take on it. That's not right.
No. It's pilot expertise minus 1 equals ship's boat expertise. It doesn't work the other way around.
Okay, I thought Jerry just pilot.
No, I just looked up the rules.
I was going off the cuff. I guess I'm wrong.
That's all right. That's all right.
He was making rules up again. Okay.
No. Reverse engineering the other idea, I guess. But unfortunately, no.
All right, so we don't really have a pilot, which means we can't really use this as an overblown missile or take it back.
You can try.
Yeah. I'd give it a shot.
Famous last words.
All right. So once again, the question is, if I've got ship's boat 1, or if he's got ship's boat 2, what is his pilot skill at that point? Negative
-3.
Yeah.
So it's -3, or is it -1 or -2? Or...
-3.
Yeah. I think we just blow it up.
Yeah, plus if we take it back, I'm going to have to insist that we check every crevice. I think we just blow it up.
Let's just get back in the boat and go, and we'll. So two of these torpedoes is enough to blow it up, correct?
Easy. You got it right on top of the bloody power source. It's going to go boom.
Yeah. So we got the other 2 torpedoes in the air raft, and we diddy mow.
Okay. Okay. Dane, can I ask you to do a recon, please, as you're taking off?
Yep.
Okay. You can see as you sort of the air raft is clearing the hatch where it comes out of the ship. You can see basically that some of those bodies that you were a little bit suspicious of, they're gone. And they're actually on the edge of the ship climbing up ready to jump on you. They are a mix of chimera and what you thought to be humans wearing some sort of the parts of the battle dress.
Well, we got hostiles in battle dress.
Yeah.
They're fucking zombies.
Right. All right, so who's driving?
Devin.
Okay, punch it, Devin. Dane and I will provide covering fire.
Yep.
Okay. So.
Okay, I punch it then.
Devin, I need a roll. I'll need a to hit roll from Dane and from Sergeant Lance. Are you employing the grenades or the flamethrower at the moment?
How close are they?
They're around about close range.
All right. Does that mean that'll put us in the blast if we drop grenades?
Oh crap! It will do. Yes. So it'll have to be flamethrowers.
All right. Or lasers. I've got a laser carbine that I brought.
Yeah. Any other weapon you got?
All right, so close range, the flamethrower is a shotgun, right? And let's see, the shotgun is better at close range.
I believe so.
I think it's best at close range, apart from your fizz.
I think you're right.
Yeah, here we go.
I have a book right here.
So your shotgun, have you got a 9 plus? If you've got a 9 plus agility, dexterity, you get a bonus to hit.
Alright, close.
If you have
God, these letters get smaller and smaller every year.
I know.
A shotgun at close range is -8.
What?
So we just need to...
we must have been thinking about short range then.
It's +1 at short range. We need to move quickly. We'll let the driver move us, and then we'll drop a bunch of grenades. Because grenades are always good for a party.
Okay. Rightio. So, Devin, you made your roll, yes? 9. Okay, so I'm going to apply that as a penalty to them. Give me a second. 2d6 plus 2 minus 1. 1. 2. Oops. Yep, you've picked up 2 of the puppies. They're hanging onto your ear aft. You can just see their hands. The others have gone. What are you going to do? As Devin's
I will laser the ones that are on our little vessel.
Well, as one of them climbs up, you can shoot one of them. And Dane, I guess the other one will be yours to do whatever you wish to do. So.
All right, what kind of armor are we talking about here?
They have cloth.
Oh well, all right. So it's +2, and they're at close range. Now, keep in mind, what is close range?
Close range is pretty much physical contact almost. Well, they're short range.
So
I beg your pardon. They're short range. I beg your pardon. 1 meter away.
Oh, shit. If they were short range, we would have shot them before we left.
Well,
Steve.
It's all combat. And it builds anxiousness, doesn't it? Go for shotgun.
No, this is better. It's more cinematic.
Yeah, that's right.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As these things pop their heads over, you go, oh shit, they're on the ship.
And can we flame them off without affecting ourselves?
Yeah. Flame is easy.
Yeah. I'll give them a flame.
Alright, so the shotgun at is +1 at short range.
Okay, and
Plus
whatever
3.
versus cloth.
No, +3 is medium range.
Oh,
Short range
And
is
-3 versus cloth.
oh, you're right. Yeah, that's right. Okay. My bad.
Alright, so -2, and then if you get skill in it, that's that. I'm going to use the laser because I'm much better with the laser.
And what's your dexterities?
Mine's 10.
Mine's 12.
Okay, so with the flamethrower, that means you get a +2, I think, to hit because of high dex. And I'd say you must get the same with a laser at that high.
No, I get a +3, +4, +5.
Right. There you go, guys.
That's 2d6 plus 2, right?
Yep.
Off memory, I think cloth is pretty weak against lasers.
Cloth is
Okay,
very
so-
weak against lasers.
Yep, so Dane, your one just fires over the head of it. And Lance, you hit dead on the target. Damage, please.
I've got to figure out the...
A 15.
Ten points of damage. Okay, on its endurance, boom, and how much that does. And I've got to do a roll to see if it's still conscious. It is. Okay, so they're still coming. So the next round, they're done attacking because they're just trying to get into the body of the ship to attack. So the next round, they're jumping into the body of the air raft. Think about it. Think about it, Devon. They're in the body of the air raft.
Yeah, I'm thinking about, okay. Actually, yeah, Devin is going to yell, "Everybody hold on," and he's going to try to shake them by jerking the air raft back and forth a bit. Try and knock them loose.
What about upside down? They can fall out.
Yeah, but then we'll lose the missiles, and I don't want to go drop it.
They're tied down.
I'm
They are
pretty sure
tied
you
down.
guys. If you didn't tie them down,
No, I think
You're
we
out.
tied them down.
We shut
Yeah, because we don't want them
If you guys-
rolling around.
If you guys,
Yeah.
okay, if you
Yeah.
tied them down, then yeah, upside down it is. Everybody, hang on.
Okay, so
do a
Devon.
J turn.
Yep. Devon, make your piloting roll, please, just to see.
All right, there we go. Ah, there we go.
Okay, just
I
give
am
me
pretty good at it.
seconds.
Are you doing an Immelman?
Sure.
Okay, one of them drops
Oh,
off.
well,
Which one?
Good question. The one that drops off is your one. So Dane 1 is still hanging on. Because you got upside down, you guys you're hanging upside down with your magnetic boots on the surface or something. So you two basically are going to do something before it can react. All it's doing is trying to hold on.
I will shoot again with +5.
Okay.
I think that'll. Oh no, that's a 46 +5. Sorry.
still good.
That's a pretty bad roll for 46 too.
It is.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So 9 ought to hit.
Yep.
And
Dane, we'll
40.
roll 2, please. Oh, all on a strength. Okay, so I've got to do a roll for that.
And I do 13 points of damage.
Yep. And it's still
Mine
conscious.
was +2, right? Yep.
That's a hit.
Cool. And what's
And
the
the
damage?
flamethrower was
46.
46.
Yeah. Holy.
I think
Right.
that.
Shit!
Let's go.
That's good
Vaporized.
damage. Yeah, it's just a burning mass of something falling off the ship. Boom.
Serious damage.
Yeah.
It's just flakes of like.
Actually,
plants.
yeah, bits of it are flaking off as it goes. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. There's not much that actually
Does it
hits the
smell like?
ground.
Does it smell like marijuana?
No, but it's saying, "Feed me, Seymour, feed me." As it goes down. No. Okay, so Devon, you might want to correct the ship now because Flying upside down is great for combat, but not for normal use.
Stinky skunk weed.
Yeah.
Okay, back on the ship. Can I get a nav roll, please, from Will?
Yes, that'd be. You mean Nagan?
No.
Ah.
Will the navigator.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
What kind of roll you need?
Nav roll,
The
please.
Weaver.
Yep.
Nav.
The Weaver.
Navigation.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Okay. So Will would inform Tacoma that roughly every minute they travel now takes you 3 minutes further away from the planet.
Yeah, it's a fast. You know this. You know the drill. It's a fast hyperbolic flyby. We're using this as a hiding place, but it's taking us away from the planet.
Yeah.
At breakneck speed now.
So how far away are we now?
I'm going to say that was 3 minutes, so you're like another. So you'd be 100 and something minutes away from the surface of the planet, 80 minutes away from the starport.
I say we just dive in and go to the starport and raise some hell. What the hell? Have a two-party scenario.
Have the aliens been alerted because of the skirmish on one ship? They've been alerted. There's no
Census
point
roll,
in
please.
hiding anymore.
Census roll, please.
I second raising hell, just by the way, if Nagan gets a vote.
Yeah.
That's right.
There seems to be no reaction on board the starport.
No.
If we go further than 2 hours, then we'll move.
Okay.
We'll stay for now.
Rightio. Okay, back on the land. Where you go, guys?
So that means we've probably got like 10 minutes before we have to move.
You'd have about close to about 17 minutes. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't see any flying ones, right?
Not at the moment. Oh, give me a
Not at the
recon roll,
moment.
please.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Give me a recon.
I'm sorry, recon?
Mm-hmm. You and Dane.
8.
Cool. Dane? Not at the moment. You don't see any fly mirrors at all.
All right. So, how much range do we need to put between ourselves and this ship before we blow it up?
A good 4 clicks would do it.
Well, that doesn't take very long
No.
because the thing goes really fast.
100k an hour, so whatever that is, about 4 minutes.
I mean, if it's a minute, I think, how long are the turns? A
I don't know.
minute?
Basically 4 minutes in game time, so
Yeah.
12 minutes, that just puts them 32 minutes extra away from the planet when it goes up, so they'll be able to tell that.
All right. Well, we get the requisite distance away, and I tell Dane, okay, it's good.
And I trigger it.
Pop. Boom.
Kaboom.
There's a healthy glow on the horizon.
I would have thought it was like a mushroom.
Yeah. It is sort of like a mushroom, but not like a mushroom cloud. But it's sort of like a growing mushroom that sort of just rolls out and just gets bigger and bigger. Yeah, no stalk really, just a huge growing mushroom cap.
Yeah, you see the cloud, and then you see this wave, and then you hear it, and then your ears bleed.
Yeah. Well, you're in your battle suit, so you're okay. Lance, can you give me another recon, please? Yeah, you certainly unsettled the ecology because just all around the city, there's a whole lot of things in the air all of a sudden.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Fortunately, we're in a very fast air raft.
Mm-hmm.
And also, there's got to be an elevation limit. You guys keep going up and up; those things can't fly up to through the atmo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta come back down for the other ship.
Well, you say that.
Can't we just turret blast this other ship? Can't we just
Well,
get the big ship? Just
Yeah.
boom!
So
Might be safer at this
another
point.
32 minutes. Basically, you are now 102 minutes away from the starport, 112 minutes away from the planet. Will the navigator registers an explosion on the planet of the surface. there doesn't seem to be much of a reaction from the starport at the moment.
Alright, but we haven't reached the 2-hour time.
Yep, just saying that's just so you know what sort of the.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The chimeras are registering 6.1 on the whatever scale.
Exactly.
They just don't care.
So, back in the air on the planet. Just give me a roll. I've got to do a roll. Okay. Nothing seems to be coming your way at the moment.
Okay, so do we want to go back down and try to take out the next one, or do we want to just do that from orbit? I kind of think I'd like to do it from orbit at this point.
Well, you don't have the best mobility on an air raft to get to another part of the planet. Where's the other ship with respect to the first?
It's not that far away.
Be about another 10 minutes.
Good.
Right nearby.
Half an hour extra for you guys, but only 10 minutes for them.
I think I've maybe personally, I think I've been enough today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're nearly there, mate. We're nearly there.
Yeah, we're right in the area. I kind of wish we hadn't set off the first one until the second one was rigged. But, okay. Well, it's up to you guys. I'm just driving.
Where are you heading then?
Well, there's 3 of us. What's the vote?
Yeah.
I vote we head towards it, and then as we get to it, see if we're being followed at all. And if we're being followed, we just book it. But if not, we reassess the situation.
Sounds good.
Right.
So I can always take this air raft straight up.
Right. So I just need to know, Devin, how are you flying? Are you trying to use the terrain? Are you just up here in the air? How are you doing this?
Well, I'm trying to keep it a little bit low, but about 40 feet off the ground.
Okay, so you're within underneath the planet line, the city line, building line. That's cool. Give me a aircraft roll at a -2. Because I take it you're still trying to fly as fast as you can.
Yeah, we're moving.
Yep.
So Steve, let me ask you this.
Yep.
Let me ask you this question: if we put detonators on the 2 remaining missiles and just attach them to the hull of the ship, would it blow the ship up, or does it need to be inside the ship?
No. If it does that, then we'd do just the ordinary combat rolls. It'd be the same as if you fired a missile at the ship. Once you're in the juicy thick skin, it's very vulnerable.
We have the codes to open it up though, so we could just kind of toss them in there.
Okay. Can you give me a Devin? Can you give me a 2d6 roll, please?
Rolls are not doing well.
Okay. No. It's actually better this way. Okay. So you've put in a couple of new racing stripes on the air raft. Yep.
How did we do that?
Given just managed to miss his 8. He's zooming. Basically, he's trying to keep under the building line as much as possible.
Right of the earth. Right.
Okay, so you get within sight of your target. You don't have to do a recon roll for this. It's swarming.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep, it's swarming, and there are a couple of chimeras there, and they're taking to the air as soon as they see you.
Elevation, altitude.
We will fire plasmas.
Okay.
I'm going to fire plasma at the chimeras.
Radio.
Let's see.
So.
All right. So I've got heavy weapons 1. I've got dex of 12. So I think I don't have the mercenary book handy.
Yep.
Steve,
what's your vac suit?
Vac suit 1.
Vac suit 1. So that means you're at a -2 to shoot the gun. And you're at medium range. Oh, sorry, that was the scout book. It's not going to bloody help me unless you're shooting.
Wouldn't it be far range at this point?
No, because they're in the city, so like they're coming on it like almost like
Yeah, but isn't medium range like a room length, or is that
50 meters?
No, it's more.
Up to 50 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's hitting the acceleration button. We're going up.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So just getting it now, guys. So -2 plasma gun, +3 at medium range, and the fly mirrors are a little bit more difficult to hurt. +1 for their armor, +4, -2, +2 plus any dexterity. Where are we? Your dex is 10 or more.
12, yeah.
+1. So +3 for you, I think, Lance.
Right.
And I have the same skills as Lance, except a dex of 10, not 12.
It's all the same for you. It's all the same.
Okay, so +3 was it?
+3.
Yep.
And we get to attack more than one, if I recollect, at this range. Is that right?
At this range, you get. It's got to be at long range.
Oh, we're saying this is medium range? Okay.
Yeah. Hang on.
6 to 50
I'll just check.
meters is
Hang on.
medium, 51 to 250 is long.
So half a football field. Okay. All right, 9.
Yeah. Hit. Lots of damage.
All right. Is it 8 D6?
16.
Was the 7 a hit?
Ooh! Fusion Gunman portable.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh no,
toast.
12. Sorry, 12. I beg your pardon. 12. It's a plasma.
Oh, it's a plasma.
Yeah,
I thought
sorry.
you guys had fusion guns.
No, plasma, because it's all based
All
on
right,
tech level
so-
13.
Wow, lots of ones. 30 to 7.
37
It's a
points,
puffball.
still 3 stats.
It's a puffball of
And
Okay.
7
viscous
was a miss,
material
right?
that starts to rain down on something else. Okay, Dane.
Yeah.
You rolled a 7 to hit.
7 hit? Okay.
Oh, 7 to hit. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a second one. Second to hit, sorry.
Yep.
Oh, if it's FGM, okay, sorry, it's FGM then. Hang on, I'll just check my stuff. That's a
It is an FGMP 14 on the colonial
plus
armor.
4, it's +8. So yours hit, Dane.
Okay, cool. And
thought
what's
it
the
was-
damage? 12d6?
16.
16.
16d6.
Yeah, it's a pus ball.
So you would have done more. Okay, 2 puffballs of flying mirror later, raining down on everything else.
That guy's in smaller pieces, though.
That guy isn't in any pieces really. He's more missed than anything else. Okay, Devon, give us a fly roll, please. A roll up to the air rough or whatever.
Alright.
Okay, Devon, you're basically just. Oh, hang on. Okay, you haven't increased the distance, so they are still at around about medium range. The last 3 that are flying after you, but you're heading up. What are you guys doing about the missiles and the ship beneath you?
We could just drop them on it,
You could.
or if we want to get fancy, we unstrap them. Everybody strap in, and they'll try to toss them into the cargo.
I'm already
By,
unstrapping.
accelerating.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm more concerned about the Chimera catching up to us, because we can always just
Yeah, just
have
drop the
the
missiles,
ship
and
that we're in bombard them.
yeah, that'll put
Yeah.
out a bunch of Chimera too.
Well,
And maybe afterwards we can
Well,
check out the ship. It's the crater.
where's the crawling?
It's
There's fly mirror, and there's a whole heap of the ground-based ones. They're all crawling all over the
Yeah.
ship. Just
The missiles will
dropping
kill
the
those
missiles
when
over the side
drop
is all I'm talking about, Glenn, and hope the best.
okay,
Yeah.
well,
Drop them on top of the ship and pull them up. And
sure. I tell you what,
hopefully
I'll
take
drop
those
one,
guys
and
with
Dane will drop the other one, and we'll just
Aim for best.
hoot and a holler.
Yep.
I'll
Okay, yeah,
hoot,
try to
I'll
get the,
hoot, and Dane will holler.
Okay.
I'll try to
Yep.
get the air raft over the ship, or at least.
Don't you still have a
Right next
third
to it.
one? 'Cause you only used one
No,
for the other ship?
yes, you did.
No, we used 2 on the other one.
Oh, did you? Okay.
No, I
cool.
got 4.
Yep. Okay.
I used 2 on the first one.
Okay, as Devon is trying to increase the distance. Okay, Devon, get over. Oh, come on, get over a 4.
That's only 2 dice.
That's all
Don't you have a bonus?
No, he's just got.
The only way you could fail is 2 ones.
Yeah.
And
It's possible. And Devon, your roll.
Again, all right.
Yep.
I rolled up there. This is a different one.
Yep.
There
Yep.
we go.
Okay. You actually managed to pull out to long distance, and you guys are basically dropping the missiles over, which will hit the next round. Which will mean that you'll probably be very close to the 4 kilometer zone of the blast radius. So we go to the next one, and last roll. They may catch up to you. Well, they won't catch up to you. It's just that they'll get back to the medium range. Yeah. Yep. Where you go, Devon? These guys are waiting for to make their hit rolls with their missiles to see if they got anywhere near there where they needed to be.
Okay. All right. So rolling again.
Okay, they've closed into the extreme of middle range, so they're roughly 50 meters behind you. You are still within the 4K zone, and now we see if the missiles have actually impacted anywhere that you hope they impact on. So, Dane, if we can have a 2d6 plus 1 from your dexterity, that's all you're going to get.
Yep. Come on.
And gravity is going to do the rest.
No.
Miles away. No. Okay, can you give me another roll, please?
Me?
Yep. I just want to see where it is. It's close by, so you'll probably do some... I'm going to say you take out some of the Chimera on the ground, but don't actually do anything to the ship.
No. Alright, one more.
And Sergeant Lance?
Well, no. So Sergeant Lance, he has demolitions and gunnery missiles. So...
Yes, but he didn't launch it with a gunnery missile turret. He launched it with his hands.
He also has a 12
shot putting?
Yep, that's a +1. So 2d6 plus 1. And hope for the best. Oh, look at that.
Beautiful.
Right on the planet. Okay, hang on. I'll get to the hit the ship thing for the...
Right into Kissa.
Yep.
Yeah, but these ships are like destroyers, aren't they? I'd imagine they've got thick hulls.
Just a hit location. 2d6.
Roll 1d6.
2d6, and if you get a 12, it's a critical hit. It'll vaporize it. 6.
How about a mediocre
hull.
6?
So it's hulled, which doesn't really mean much to them. Oh, hang on. Now, do you get to roll... When you do missile fire, don't you roll... How many?
It's like 6.
1d6, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I thought. So that's the first one.
Roll a d6.
But I thought that was because they were firing a volley of missiles, not dropping or...
No, I think they break. They split into multiple.
Okay, cool.
So give me a 1d6.
It's not even. I don't think it's even that. It's just it's such a devastating explosion.
Yep.
It affects multiple systems.
If you give me a...
funny. All right. Well, that's it.
Well, that's crappy.
Yeah.
Dane.
Yep.
This is highly unorthodox. Give me a 1d6 from you too. Okay, roll for the other 2.
Alright, that is 2d6, right? Yeah.
+1.
+1.
That's a hit, and that's a miss. So another hit location. 2d6, just flat.
Not bad.
Turret. So you take out the top turret, which is their missile turret.
No.
Well, that's okay.
At least they can't fire at you anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. All right.
We did what we could.
We did what we could.
Well, yep, you did indeed. And so the blast radius doesn't affect you up there, but you still do have 3 of these Chimera like 50 meters behind you somewhat.
Glom away.
Right.
So next round. Well, yep.
So is it plus?
Okay.
Is it +8?
Yeah, it is.
Now is that right?
Yep. And damage.
And it's 16d6, right?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So if you get a whole lot of 1s and 2s, do you have trouble? Actually, 1s.
Is this for the FGMPs?
Another big puffball of Flymera, followed by Dane.
Yep. Am I really at +8? 2d6 +8?
Yep. +8's just the bonuses plus, well, there'll be some minuses, I guess.
Yeah. Plasma's pretty good against cloth. That's probably where all those pluses are coming from.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, that's a hit. That's a definite hit. 16d6, please. Oh, look at that. It's even more of a mist. Okay, there's one left. So, Dane, not Dane, sorry, Devon. 2d6 plus your driving skill.
Alright.
And Beta 5, come on. Oh! It's caught up. It's now in, was it medium? It's in short range. No, it was at short range, wasn't it?
Right. No, it was at medium. It hadn't
medium,
changed.
it's in short range, which is like 5 meters or so away.
Well, wait.
Yep.
Back up. It was at long range. Was it at long range at one point?
Yes,
and then
it
it
was
called
at
long range,
at
and
medium,
then they
and now
it
it's
to
short
medium.
range. Yep, now it's short range.
Yeah, and now it's at short range. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
it's what's the bonus for short range?
Well, it gets to have an attack at short range. It's got something it can do. So I'm just going to roll first to see randomly who attacks.
And don't forget we
one
got
is you,
grass.
2. Yep, 1 is you, 2 is Dane, 3 is Devon. It happens to try to attack you. Okay. Yep.
Who's you? I don't know. We had a guy named you.
Lance.
Yeah.
God.
They call me Hey You.
Hey you. Now, your battle dress, hang on, I've got to get all the minuses for it. So I've got an 11. And battle dress gives a -6. No, that misses. What you see is it sort of has that tail thing at the end. Yeah, it sort of curls in and it sort of shoots something from that. It's a physical thing. It's not an energy weapon or anything, obviously.
Right.
But yeah, it misses. Some sort of sharp dart-like thing around about 2 feet long sort of misses you.
Spiky thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
if it had hit you, it probably would have done some very big damage.
2 feet long. Yeah.
All right. Well, so it's going to take 63 points of damage.
Oh, all in its little left leg. No, it all goes puff. Okay, Devon, you're still climbing.
I didn't really roll to hit because I think my bonuses are so big it doesn't matter at this point.
Double ones can still miss. Just give me a roll one of the dice. As long as it's not a 1, that's fine.
Wait, let me back up. Go down to 2 dice, and I don't know what my bonus is.
Don't worry. Just
as long as it's
as
not
long as one of them's not at a 1.
Yeah, so I hit without doing anything. So,
Fine as.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, you guys are flying up. So that would have taken. That would have been like 4 combat rounds. So I think they're about a minute each, aren't they?
Well, it depends. I usually treat mine as 6 seconds, but
okay, we'll say a minute then. Okay.
Yeah.
So you on the ship. So Devon, it would take you about another 10 minutes to get up to space to be able to send out a signal. So you guys on the ship, you're about 2 hours away from them when they send out the signal.
Yep.
Will, can you give me a roll, please? Will, the navigator?
What kind of roll?
A sensor roll, I beg your pardon, because yeah, you're just keeping tabs on the starport. Oh, okay, great. Yeah, there's some activity there. The ship seems to be detaching and moving to the location of the radio signal.
Oh crap. They're probably going to get there first?
Possibly.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Rightio. So, it's going to be 4 combat rounds for you guys in the air raft before the ship can get to you.
Nice.
Okay, you ready for some fantastic driving there, Devon?
Oh boy.
Oh,
High rolls, Devin. High rolls.
I hope so.
Okay, so I'm going to say the first round just it takes them to get there to actually engage you. Second round, you can see the ship as it's coming down towards you, but it's not your ship because they're not answering your hails. And the fact that it's already fired off a medium laser at you at the wrong distance. Yeah, you kind of got an idea of what's happening next or what's going to happen next.
What are they within range for the plasma?
They are probably sorry, I'll just go back. Range.
Yeah, you could probably scuttle the air aft. And...
They're at
250 to 500.
a very distant range. Long, very long. Distant, very distant.
Yeah.
So Dane's gonna have to try to fly towards them to actually get into range.
So we'd have to be at very long range to get.
Yeah, but
right
at that range, you're gonna get a +3 to hit. Plus your dex, -2 if you've got no skill in battlesuit. So you get a +2 to hit
damage. The damage we would do would be
similar. I'm going to say is similar to a hit by a laser. So if you do hit them, you will do you will do some sort of damage.
Okay.
Up to you. So you three decide. Are you going to fly in towards them or away from them?
I don't think. I mean, do we have the option? I don't know that we can run away.
Mm-hmm.
We can. Do we know where our ship is? I don't think we know where our ship is.
No.
I guess we know where the asteroid is.
Yeah, miles and miles and or kilometers and kilometers and kilometers away from you.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the air raft goes really fast. So
air raft travels 100k an hour.
I'm sorry.
These are the flying chimeras, right?
No.
This is the other ship.
This is a ship capable of 3G acceleration versus a ship that can travel 100k an hour.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the ship that those guys should have been firing missiles at when we were blowing up stuff on the ground.
Oh.
Well, it's okay. Yeah, I think we moved to engage this ship that's coming at us.
Cool.
If we get close enough, we can get inside it.
What difference does it make? Really?
Yeah.
I
like this plan.
Just send the friggin' air raft in and get off, and just cut off all your things.
So they're firing at missiles with you, at missiles and lasers. So we'll go to the turn, and we're going to count your stuff as lasers. Okay.
Yeah. So once we get close enough, we can bail out and let the air raft ram it. That would be kind of fun.
If you want, I'd say the air raft is just going to impact on it, but it's up to you.
All right. So
at
this range, all right. So +1 for Dex. What are we calling the armor?
No bonus or penalty. I'm just leaving it flat. You get a +3 from the range, +1 from your dexterity, -2 for your lack of skill in battle dress. Because I'm giving you 1 level of vac suit equals one of the minuses off. So,
about 12.
12, excellent. So they do laser fire first, and then you return laser fire. So you will have hit them, but I just need to see if they hit you first.
We're a smaller target.
They miss, and Dane, you also get to show a hit, or you get to try to hit them.
Yep.
So you're probably +3 as well.
Yep. Same bonuses. Oh, that was a location shot. Okay, both of you need to give me a.
You deploy my FGMP while I'm piloting, while I'm armed.
I think he ought to be able to shoot too, because he doesn't have to really hold the steering wheel or anything, you know.
If he's leaving the air raft just to fly straight on where he's put it, that's fine.
Yeah.
Way you go, Manta.
Sure. Okay. I've got no penalties for.
Cool. So you get a +3 plus dexterity.
No dexterity bonus.
So this is like Huey, Dewey, and Louie, the triple turret guys.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I got no penalties though, so.
+3. Because they had to take 3 off
theirs.
Yeah, they had to take 2 off theirs.
Penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just didn't take it off. But they both hit.
So it would be. So it would be a +5 for me then, without the -2 penalty.
No, I just took the 2 off the number they rolled.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
that's fine then.
Actually, we didn't. But yeah.
Okay.
But they're both high enough to hit. Away you go.
Yeah.
Oh, you hit easy. Okay, 3 locations on a starship, please. 2d6 each. Okay, so Devon, you hit them in the hold, right? Dane, you hit him in the hull, and Lance, you hit him in the computer. Not good.
Woohoo!
Okay, and now I need to fire off the missiles.
Pick out them drives.
Oh god, an absolute miss. Okay, rightio, Devon, you're gonna you guys pretty much are gonna fly by each other pretty quickly.
No, I think we're gonna ram them.
Well,
or do you want to ram them? You're driving.
I was thinking, I was gonna try and get us up next to their hull, so we can just not get shot at. If we're up close, then we can hang on to them and wait for the other ship to get here, and maybe punch some holes in the hull with our FGMP. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna try and skate up next to it and get into a blind spot.
okay, so if you're trying to drive and shoot, -1 on each of those rolls. Okay, so give me a maneuver drive.
If we're getting close, I'm gonna just drive.
Yeah, you got to remember though, in this game, ships travel. The starship travels a hell of a long distance than you do in this combat round. So it will
the
probably
turn
overshoot you.
is different.
Yeah,
it's a
1,000-second turn or something. Yeah, so it's a lot big difference. But just give me a drive roll to see if you can put yourself in some sort of slightly advantageous or neutral stance.
We have to hand wave it a little bit.
No penalty, but no bonus. And they get to shoot their laser first. Zap. Miss. You guys get to shoot your lasers. Same thing again. Hit.
That's a hit.
Hit. Oh no, Dane, Lance, it's a miss because you got a -2.
No.
Yeah.
I'm +5. -2 is +3.
Oh, okay, right then. Dane, yours is a hit with a -2, and Devon.
No, he's the same thing. He's a +5 down to a +3.
He gets a +2 from where?
He gets
3
the
from
skill. He's got a heavy weapon skill.
Oh, sorry. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Done. Okay, Devon, your turn, please.
Oh, I thought I wasn't firing because I'm
driving
the ship now.
Well, you drive,
but
you just take 1 off each skill level that you use.
Yeah, but if he takes 1 off that drive, it's a 7.
It does, yeah, but it doesn't put him at a disadvantage. It just doesn't. It's.
Oh,
you know,
you've already.
I've done it. I've already calculated it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. I guess I'm firing then.
But take 1 off this roll.
All right. That means +4.
I think it's the yeah. Don't listen to me. Oh, shit.
It's pretty insane what they're doing.
Good enough.
Damage, location.
All right, mine's in the 8, which I guess is a whole hit.
Oh, Dane, jump drive, boom.
Whoop.
They can't. Well, it takes 1 off the jump. Oh, these are hop drives. It takes 1 off the hop. Oh, that's the whole drive.
Hop drive.
Cool.
And the computer is just about toast anyway. So, last round, guys. They don't seem to have much control of the ship anymore. So they are speeding away, trying to curve around. So we're going to say it's the last round before your ship comes into range.
There we go. 13 is a big hit.
I just got to get Devon's piloting roll first. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
But I'll keep that as your hit roll. Devon, if I can get your piloting roll, -1. 9. Fine. You're all cool. And you got a hit. Devon and Dane.
Roll to hit, guys. Let's take this puppy out.
That's a that's taken. Yep, and Dane. So just so you know, Matt, usually you don't fire a fusion gun at a ship.
Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to, but you can.
Well, when you're
can.
desperate.
Yeah, when you're desperate, you can, and you are. Just a hit.
The fusion.
Yeah, the fusion.
The fusion guns don't have very good range compared to like lasers, and usually you fire them on incoming missiles.
Yeah. Okay. Location shots, gentlemen.
So, Steve, are you're treating it like a pulse laser, more or less,
pretty much
on the ship tables?
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So that 8 hit, did it?
Yep, it hit.
Yep. Yeah.
So that's another turret hit. Roll me a 1d6, please, Glenn. Another computer. The computer's gone. And you actually hit the laser turret, the bottom one. And Devon, you hit the hold again. So it's Swiss cheese. It's got no computer to speak of, and it just flies off. And it's doing that.
They can't duplicate that technology anymore. It's wiped out.
Yeah, it's just spiraling. You guys, as you guys fly in, this other thing's flying off on a different tangent. It's just spiraling out, and it's just heading out.
We radio and say, "You're welcome."
Yes. You did see some streams of light coming off one little point.
Okay. So, assuming we solved the battle.
Yep. As you come in. Yep.
Alright, yeah. So, Weaver's piloting. I guess I'm on the gunnery spot.
Mm-hmm.
Who we got left on ship? We got Rogers.
Samuel can take a gunnery spot if you want. He's got gunnery lasers.
Who else? Don't we have one more?
Negan.
I thought Negan went down.
Nope.
No, he's with you.
So if you need someone to be hit by a bat, you can use Negan.
Well, I'm assuming that we need someone to help pick these guys up, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So.
We're fine. We brought some of the hooch with us. We're good.
If you just open up the cargo bay, I can fly on
do you want to be left in space?
Yeah.
Just open up the cargo bay.
I'll take care of the ship first, and then come back and pick us up. We'll follow along.
Yeah, we'll just fire at the ship. So yeah.
So which ship are you talking about there, Lance?
No. I mean, they can go after the other ship. We're fine where we are.
Which ship are you talking about? The one that's just spiraling out into space, or the one that's still on the planet?
Yeah, because we want to blow that one the hell up.
Yeah, we're blowing both of them up pretty much as soon as. No, do it in character. So they were attacked by that big ship. That big ship still probably has a gun that can still fire. So we're gonna try to shield the thing and try to shoot them out of the sky. So
I mean, for all we know, they know how to repair it.
I'm getting into one of the turrets then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting in the laser turret. I don't know what Samuel's. What do you got? Screen?
He's got lasers and
I have lasers and screens, so I can get in a laser turret also.
We got 2 lasers, right? We just don't have a missile.
No, you've only got 1 laser and 1 missile.
Well, you want to continue with piloting and let me do the lasers?
Well, you take the lasers, I'll pilot.
Okay.
Radio, you're doing. You've just okay. Samuel's make a roll. Just
So I guess I want to get into a position where I'm blocking the.
Yep. Piloting roll first, and then just 1 laser. It's going to be out of range.
Do I just get a +1 for skill, or does my dexterity count?
Just a +1 for skill. Oh shit.
6.
Yep. Okay, so while you're taking aim there, Samuel, you notice some really interesting thing. This ship that you're targeting is erratic. Is like they don't have any control at all over this ship. It's inertia that's carrying it along right now. But make your hit roll. See if you hit it.
10.
Oh, that's a hit. Damage, please. 2d6.
Straight 2d6.
Yep.
In for the team kill.
Come on, 12.
The team steal.
5. That's fuel. So now it's leaking fuel as well as not having any computer.
So it's pretty much a sitting duck. I could just keep shooting at it, right?
Yeah,
No, the inertia's taking it too far away from you because I don't think Tacoma's chasing it. It's dead. It's dead, basically.
It's just.
No, we'll chase it and fucking shoot it down.
Okay.
I want it
If he
vaporized.
chases it, I'm gonna shoot it down. I'll take another shot.
Okay.
Tell me when.
Yeah, whenever you want to, because it can't do anything back. The computer's dead. It can't
11.
shoot. That's a hit. 2d6. It's turkey time in a barrel. Way you go.
11 for the hit, also.
Ooh.
What's 11? Isn't that like
Turret.
a turret?
So
If
that
there is a turret, it's gone. You know,
both turrets are gone. Yep.
Can't
So-
shoot anything.
Nope.
Well, he's chasing after it, so I'm gonna take the next shot too.
Yep.
Oh, that one is a miss.
Yep. Keep going until he decides to turn around.
How
That's
close
a miss.
are they staying in orbit or are
that's
they
a-
getting
that's a
closer?
hit.
No, they're heading
12.
out from space.
That's a hit.
It's quite obvious from what you're seeing is they've got no control whatsoever on the
Yeah,
ship.
they can't
Hey.
do nothing. They're a sitting target.
8.
And I rolled an 8 for the
Hold.
damage table. Hold damage.
Hit a hole.
All right, let's head back, get
Okay.
the crew, and then
We're
chase
just gonna
it.
leave it at that point.
Yep.
Okay.
She's just heading off into space. Just so you know, with Swiss cheese, no turrets, no computer. Damaged
I'll
jump
inform
drive.
Weaver to keep an eye on that thing so we can go chase after it.
Okay,
I want it
Weaver,
gone.
I need
Get
a
it later.
sensor roll, please. Just to tag it, Weaver.
Sensors.
So-
Okay.
Yep, and then we'll get a navigation roll.
It's not accelerating. It's just coasting at the same speed now.
Well, it
Probably
would have
gonna
stayed
set
at the
its own
same speed, which would have been like
trajectory
an
in
eye.
orbit.
Yep, so
So
nav
we
roll,
can
please.
accelerate and catch up to it later.
Okay, I know what that's going to do. You're finding it. Okay, and you head back to your little air raft. Then what do you do?
And pick them up.
Yep. And anything else?
And asking where's the second boom.
Devin, Dane, or Teddy? Want to answer that one?
The second ship, you mean?
I say the second boom is in the missile turret.
Yeah, well, we've already shown our hand, so let's get all in battle stations and just clear this place.
Okay,
clear
so
this shit
Dane,
out.
do you want to do a decontamination before you guys enter your ship?
Probably not a bad idea.
Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, I do. I was muted for a sec. Yep.
Yep. Okay, give me a mid roll, please, on each one of you. 3 of them.
Okay, med roll. 6+3. You don't add any skills to that, do you? It's just
Your
medic
medication,
skill, right?
medical roll 3. That's what you get your
Yep.
3 from.
Yeah,
Yep.
just your medic roll. There's no stat point boost
No.
yet.
So after we've done this, I got a question to ask.
Should I pick who it's for?
Yeah.
Well, that one will be for me.
Right.
The next one will be for Lance.
Yep.
And
Yep.
the next one will be for Devin.
Okay, to your medical knowledge, you are safe that you guys can enter your ship. You're not going to contaminate anything.
Roll clear.
Yep. And you are fairly what's the word?
Certain.
No, suspicious to the other word. I can't remember what it is. You're a highly cautious person. Anyway, sorry,
Okay, yeah.
your question. Sorry, Tacoma.
Do we still have a sensor lock on the starport?
Yep. You've he's got a lock on the starport, and he's
Is
got a
the
general.
power still up?
Yes.
There's still people on that starport. Okay.
Plus they're dead.
Right.
They
So
park, they might.
so anyone who's got mechanical decom the air raft. Let's blow up the one on the ground.
Okay. Righto, I need you to give me a
Right.
piloting roll into the atmosphere while they're in the ship raft bay, clearing it out before they come in.
So you're gonna have me shoot the lasers? I'm still in the turret.
No, I got the missiles.
I think
Okay.
Lance is shooting the missiles.
All right, I'm back in the engine room then.
Okay.
Yeah. Check the air raft just in case we got something stuck.
Yep. Dane will-
Stowaway or something.
Dane?
Hey,
Want me to do a mechanical check on the air raft?
Well, Dane's going to
Yeah.
do a medical first.
Yep.
Organics. Way you go, Dane.
Okay.
He's pretty
All right,
happy. He's pretty happy.
I'm doing a
nothing's-
mechanical check. I rolled a 9.
Oh, okay. Okay, nothing. No. Apart from 2 really annoying new racing stripes on one side.
Yeah. Well, that would irritate me though.
Yeah, another paint job, another buff and paint.
Alright, so yeah, let's get this ship on the ground.
Okay, piling roll please, Tacoma. Come into the atmosphere.
Jeez!
Holy shit!
+3, which is a 5, but that's really bad. Give me a dexterity roll, please. The lower the better on this next one. What's
roll
your
and
dexterity?
burn.
Shit. Now I roll a 12.
Oh.
Still not good. What's your dex?
8.
Oh god, it's over.
Shit, we're crashing.
Okay, right. You are in a uncontrolled entry.
Alright.
2 lots of 2d6 roll, please.
I got pilot 1. Can I help
No,
him in any way?
no,
I'm in the engineering
nothing.
room.
It's happened.
No.
No.
Shit.
So what is it?
2d6 rolls. 2 2d6s, please.
Alright, 1.
8. Yep. And the other one?
2.
3. Okay. You've put a hole in the hold, which has, of course, changed your whole aerodynamicness. And you've also managed to take off one of your maneuver, so you're now down to a 2G ship.
Okay, it's bad.
So we crashed a little.
Well, damaged, but not crashed yet. So another recovery roll, please, so you don't crash.
Is this a pilot?
Piling roll, yep.
Alright, that's better. That's
okay, rightio. So, yep, so you...
+3, right?
Yep, Samuel, can I get a, what do you call it?
Engineering roll?
Engineering evaluation. No,
I'm gonna
mechanical.
be cussing up a storm with my drives
Mechanical.
messed up.
Mechanical roll.
10, call it a 9 then, because it was...
9?
I was
Okay, rightio. So, apart from some plating which has opened the hold, and that means you've lost everything in the hold, which is all your extra life support.
Oh shit.
You've got enough to get back, but that's it. But your extra life support, anything else you had in the hold is gone.
Oh no, Devin's motorcycle.
Your motorcycle, if you had any extra missiles, it's all gone.
Dan's cudgel.
Yep. Yeah. And
Samuel is cussing under his breath.
Yeah. That's only the little job. Unfortunately, the re-entry has burnt out.
You can't hear me, but your ears are ringing.
Yeah. The reason why you've dropped your maneuver drives is he's taken out half of one of the directional cones on the back of the ship. So he's got to drop down to a 2G.
What did he like hit a mountaintop or a building or?
No,
I would have thought he went too fast into the
too
engine
fast,
and
it's just broke it up. It just fractured it. Structural crack, boom, gone, poof. So
I was too eager to go blow this thing up.
He misjudged the entry point.
Yeah. So it's damaged, and it's going to take that second one's going to take some serious. You could do it at the starport, but you'd have to take over the starport perhaps first.
I'm bitching to myself. Yeah. Basic landing skills.
Okay.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna flick off the communications.
Yeah. I don't think he's talking to you though. So do you want Samuel and to get down to the hold to fix it up?
Yeah, fix it up. Well, we still need to get into position to fire the missile.
Rightio.
All right,
so
we're gonna
Samuel,
start patching the holes.
Yeah,
I
first of
all,
all,
I'm starting on that.
Okay, that's your fabrication for the patch, because all of your spare stuff, if it was in the hold, it's all gone. So you have to refabricate.
Well, we do have some shattered ships and parts on the surface too. If we could.
Well, you can refabricate. You've got a workshop.
Yeah,
you know what's on those shattered ships?
Yeah. So
all we need is some steel, though, man. We just need some ship.
Don't worry about it.
No big deal.
Don't worry about it.
We'll get it done.
I just want to remind you one thing, guys. While you've got a hole in the hold, the planet's atmosphere is able to get into your ship.
Yeah.
What else comes in the planet's atmosphere?
Awesome.
Get the hole.
But we don't have to. Here's the thing: we don't have to go down to the atmosphere. We can shoot missiles.
You're in the atmosphere. That's where he's taking you. But you're in the upper atmosphere, so hopefully nothing's up there.
Yeah, so that's close enough. We don't have to go.
We don't
have to get.
I thought we had to do it.
Yep. Okay, so give me a 2d6 roll, please. I think it's Lance, isn't it?
Fired and missiles, Lance. Ooh. Not happening.
So yeah, that's a miss.
Do we have another one?
He's got tons.
Yeah, I mean they're in the turret.
He's got a few ton now.
We just don't have the extra ones that were in the hold.
No, they're all gone.
All right.
Okay.
You want me to? All right. So that is that like a clean miss?
It is a clean miss. Yep. You've got two. I think you get 3 shots out of each rack. So you got 2 more shots.
Well, that's one.
Yep.
There's another one.
And your last one.
And there's another one. Jesus.
Jeez.
What the fuck's wrong?
Dice suck.
Yep.
Man, you throw off the sights, Tacoma.
Everyone's got Tacoma's back. That means you're probably going to have to get
fabrication's
closer with the
going
lasers.
well, nothing else is.
If you want to get to the lasers. Do you want to wait until he patches the hold, or?
Yes.
No, I'm just going to shoot again.
You've got no
Shoot the
missiles.
next turn.
I know
What do you mean I
all
got
our
no
missiles
missiles?
gone.
All the spare missiles were in the hold, and that just blew everything
Yeah,
up.
they're falling to the surface. They're burning up in the
That's
atmo.
not.
When he blew the hole, everything that all our spare shit went out the hole.
That's not how it
And the
works.
motorcycle.
It's a turret. You've got a rack that loads the missiles into
Yeah,
the turret.
and each package delivers 3 missiles.
Actually, you should
Oh,
have
actually,
up
no,
on
you
each.
can, yeah, and you have 3 packages in the missile. Yep, no, where you go, you got another
Yeah.
6 shots. You got another 6 shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 3
I
of 3.
didn't think that was.
Yep,
Okay.
it's 3 of 3.
Oh.
All right. All right. 1, 2,
Hit.
3.
Dismiss.
God
Got a
damn.
hit.
Do you want to see what you damage first?
No, I want to see how many times I damaged it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 1d6.
Right.
Roll high.
4.
So that's 4.
Okay, 4 locations first.
So 2d6
2d6.
4 times.
Yep. Let me see what you get.
Come on.
All right.
12
First
or
one
low.
is a
9, computer.
Okay, I got it, Jerry.
6, hull. 5,
5.
fuel. 3, maneuver. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Next shot.
One drive hit.
All right. We'll fire the last 3. 1,
Hit.
2,
Miss.
3.
Miss.
God damn.
Jesus Christ.
We wasted a lot of missiles today.
Yeah.
Well,
hit.
2 hits.
2. Okay. 2d10. 2d6, please.
4.
That's
4
jump drive.
and 9.
Good.
And computer. So the computer is destroyed.
Okay.
So I think you only get a.
And the hop drive
1 to
took a
1.
bash.
Yep.
So
Well, it doesn't
pretty
matter.
hard to
They.
duplicate too.
Yeah. Well, the hot drive gets taken out with 1 hit.
Well,
It's a-
and we
it's a
did.
jump-
We,
it's a hot
I
one.
hit it. I hit
Yep.
it with 1 missile before.
Yep.
Right.
That's the most important thing. Mission accomplished. If both the
Yeah.
hop drives are taken out and the computers are
Alright.
taken out,
Alright, let's
They
start
can't
taking out
duplicate it.
the other one with lasers and then let's leave unless we've got
The other starport you're talking about.
the,
the other ship,
All the ships are gone. Oh, you mean the one in space? Sorry, I know.
the
Yeah.
one that's floating uncontrollably that we tagged.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
it's
we're
given.
gonna cut it. We're gonna
Rightio.
cut it a little bit.
So turning around, I need Will to give
how
me
much?
a.
How much?
Can we just say we cut it into little bitty pieces?
Hold on. How much?
Just want to see if you can find it first. Yep.
How much life support do we have now?
You have enough for in system for about 4 or so days, and enough for the jump to get back, and you've got
gotta
enough
get outta
for
here.
2 weeks basically. You got
Yeah,
enough
we
to
gotta
jump,
get outta here.
find it, as long as you don't take more than about 4 or 5 days. Jump out,
Do-
jump
do we have enough
and
for
travel
2 hops?
into Malfory. Sorry. You
Do
got
we
enough
have
for
enough for 2
you got enough
hops?
for 10 a jump 10. You got 2 5 jump.
Well,
2 5
Steve,
hops. Yep.
while they're heading in the direction of the other ship, I'm
Yeah.
working on that patch for the hole.
Yep. No, I'm
And I want to
calculating that.
get, I want to get Devin or our medic. Who's our medic?
Dane.
Dane. I want to get Dane in there to do a thorough scan and see if we can sterilize the hole since
Yep.
it's been open to the atmosphere.
Yeah. Yep.
And then we're gonna
Um,
patch it up so it's
Yeah.
sealed.
Well, I
and
know how long it
closes
takes
and
you to fabricate what you need,
Well,
and
I-
do the
I
job.
rolled an 11. I rolled high on
Yep.
both of
No,
those.
that's cool. Will needs to give me a sensor lock on it. He knows roughly where it is, but it's at a -1. Will your sensor roll
Okay, -1.
plus your bonuses as usual, but you just got a -1 on top.
Right.
He's lost it.
Not good.
You can do another one with another -1 on top of that, but then you've got no chance of finding it after that.
Let's not bother. Let's try to vent as much atmosphere in the place as we can.
Okay, just coming out of the atmosphere will do that for you. It'll suck it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we could open it up to the vacuum. Just
it is
that
open.
section on
Yep.
the ship.
Okay, so a piloting roll to get out into space, please.
Well, did the atmosphere only enter that area or the whole ship?
No, it's only in the hold at the moment.
Yeah.
And you've got an airlock into the hold, so that's, it's relatively safe. You'd only continue the airlock.
Not double ones.
And obviously we were wearing either vac suit or our battle dresses when we were doing the fabrication repairs.
Well, fabrication in the workshop, and then you got to move into the hold.
Okay.
Okay, so Dane, I need you to do a medical scan.
We give Dane a mop with some of this hooch that we've been making.
There you go. And then put a flame to it, and it'll take it out.
Does my medical get added to this?
Yes.
Or... Yep.
Yeah. You're a smart medic.
Yep. And there is some particulate matter in the hold, but you're really not sure about.
We got some sketchy
acid
over here.
You have acid. Just squirt it with some acid.
You don't want acid in the hold because you'll just make more holes.
You just can you try to vent it or something?
Well, you do have flamethrowers.
We can flame it.
Yeah. Acid works better than fire. I would worry about holes while we're in space.
Yeah, I mean, we could do like I could use like a non-strong acid, like, and just sort of wipe it up with that. Won't work.
Won't work.
No, put another hole in the ship.
Yeah, it's pretty strong acid what you had to use the first time around.
Because flames don't really work on it. Just put another hole. We'll try to fix it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Repaired when we get back.
Okay, Dane, need you to dispense
Let's
that.
try the hooch first.
Hooch first. Okay, fair enough. Try the hooch first. It's going to be a pretty big roll, but way you go. Give me a hooch roll first, please, Dane.
Will it put a hole in the...
No, it wouldn't put a hole. Yeah, no, it doesn't do it, but if you put a flame by it, it's probably going to do a lovely little ignition.
Yeah.
So, no, it's pretty neutral. Okay, rightio, you're going to put in your atomize some of your acid to try to...
Yep.
Where you go?
Can I add medic to that?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Beautiful. However, you definitely have pitted and damaged the hull in doing so.
Alrighty.
Mechanic!
I'll tell you by how much. You can't jump into space while you're got a hole in your hull.
we gotta patch it up.
Okay, you now got 3 holes to patch up in there, matey. Glenn? Jerry?
Oh, you want me?
No, Jerry, sorry. Jerry.
I got 3. Oh, I'm bitching some more.
Yep, and you're going to have to fabricate some more stuff.
About everybody now.
Yeah.
Whoever's got mechanic, get in there.
So, Jerry...
Oh my god! I put another hole in there!
No, that's your fabrication roll. You simply don't have enough raw material unless you're going to start ripping up some internal structure to create hull.
Stop ripping up the air.
How about that ship we're going to blow up? Can't we take pieces of that sucker?
No, you've only got the one ship.
No, take the air raft. Take the air raft.
The air raft.
Rip up the air raft.
Oh, yeah, you could do, or you could just rip up some bulkheads in your ship.
No, rip up the air raft.
Yeah, we can do. We rip up the air raft.
Okay, so mech roll, please, Sergeant Lance, ripping up the air raft.
Oh, okay. Well, it's mediocre 7, but
yeah,
you know, after we rip up the air raft, it's going to be like finding your keys when you got new keys made. We're going to find more material. Usually how this shit goes.
Yeah. Okay, you have enough raw materials to fabricate. Fabrication roll, please.
Who, me?
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Depends. Do you feel lucky?
It's mediocre. It's jury. You're basically jury rigging. Jerry rigging.
It's jerry rigging.
You're basically
more of a Jerry patching the hole.
Yeah. Okay, rightio. So, Samuel, can you patch one hole while Lance does another hole because you both got mech? And Devin, you
that
have...
went better.
Cool. Devin, don't you have mech?
Nope.
Nope. Oh, I thought one of you had. Okay.
Who else has got mech?
I do. I got mech.
Okay, well,
but
there
I'm
you
stuck
go.
in. Yeah, it doesn't conflict with my sensor stuff,
Not at the
does
moment,
it?
no.
All right.
Because you can't do anything until you've got a complete... Yep.
There you go.
Cool. Okay, you...
Finally.
You have a ship that is jump capable now because... Just barely, let's just say.
So where's the fleet meeting up?
You can either go back to Mallory.
Is there atmosphere where we can get like stuff in Mallory?
Mallory, well, you're part of the fleet. This is a mission you've taken for the fleet.
Yep. That's where what's his face in all bases.
Is it a fleet or is it a base?
It's a base for the fleet. It's the closest to the war. It's the
Yeah, so it's a base.
Yep.
Isn't that where Keller is?
No. But you will find repairs
hold on.
there.
Hold on.
Yep.
Because a fleet means if they're not there, then there's nothing there.
Yep. No, it's a base. It's a base, and it's got repair.
Right.
Repair.
Alright, let's go to Mallory. I want to be as far away from the base as possible, just in case.
Yep. Okay. So you can come in. Okay. Make your
pilot.
So no. First of all, I need a
nav.
No,
or
a jump. Engineering followed by a jump, then followed by a nav to get you into where you want to be. So
engineering. Oh my god.
Okay, well, it's close, but it's probably usable, and that's going to penalise your... Add 1 to your jump roll, please, Tacoma. Easy.
Jeez, isn't that close?
Well, yeah, 11. It's very close. I think a 12 is your...
Is it 12 or is it 11?
I'm pretty sure.
Did we miss jump or miss hop?
No, I don't think you've got. If you missed hop, you'd be miles.
Oh my god.
And miles and
miss
miles.
hop would be like times 10.
You need to check it because pretty sure
Don't
12
think
you blow up.
Yeah. I think 11 is 11 plus 12 plus is a problem, not 11.
No, not 11. Because everything else has been taken care of.
Yeah, where was that roll fucking 10 minutes ago?
We're trying to enter the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. That's construction. Don't need that.
Or just anyone roll that number.
Drive failure 13 plus.
Yeah.
Misjump
and you're
13
running
plus.
we're running unrefined fuel, so that's a -1.
No. Your ship has refined, a refinery thing. 16
like
plus ship destroyed,
ship.
13 plus ship misjumps. So you're 2 under.
Okay.
You're fine. Okay.
And I assume that 2 6s is an automatic misjump.
2 6s would not be good. Something bad would happen. Perhaps not a misjump, because you need a 13 for a misjump, but something bad.
There might be a glitch in the drives or something.
Yeah,
in the
some
drives.
sort of damage. Yep.
Alright, so
okay.
Nav roll.
Yep. So, guys, you actually get a -1 on any roll because it is a naval ship. Your original one isn't, but this one is. This is built for Navy standard. So the Uriah gets a -1 on a jump roll, but your original one doesn't get that bonus because it's a civilian.
So it's a
prototype.
10 then.
Yep, so it's a 10, so you're fine. Sorry, I forgot about that. Okay, in space, I don't think anyone's doing anything apart from breathing and cleaning out their pants.
I'm screaming since no one can hear me.
Okay, in your vac suit.
I think we're all frustrated.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a pretty frustrating, trying deal, but we did succeed.
Yep.
The ships are not copied.
I put some of the hooch in Jerry's coffee.
I need
Samuel.
some hooch too.
No, you don't want this. You don't want this stuff. Okay, give me a endurance roll. Are you talking about the first lot? Are you talking about the first lot?
No, second lot. We'll test it out on him first.
Oh, nice.
Here, Jerry, try this coffee. It's Villani coffee.
Who's this Jerry? It's Samuel.
Yeah, who's this Jerry person you talk to?
Oh, Samuel. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So I do. Now what do I got to do? Am I going to pass out or what? We're in jump space. It's not
where's
like
your 2d6 roll?
2d6 rolls right there. 8.
Oh, 8. What's your constitution or endurance,
What's your
or whatever they call it? Endurance?
Oh, what is my endurance now? Hang on 1 second.
Isn't that the third number?
I thought that was one of your low
endurance is 9.
Ah, okay. This coffee is mighty strong, but you don't pass out.
So I got a good buzz going.
That's a
So
word.
good coffee.
Yeah.
Good coffee, huh?
Great coffee. I'm smiling at least. My stresses are removed.
Okay, well, since Jerry's out, I'll make myself some.
Right. That's a good way. Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, man.
It not only will it put
Again,
hair on your
who's
chest,
Jerry?
it'll rip it off your chest once you've drunk it. Okay? It's powerful stuff.
All right. All right.
It's about as close to rocket fuel as you can get without going blind.
Okay.
Right. Mallory. Boom. Navigational roll, please.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's me.
sorry, yep.
Will Weaver.
Right.
Weaver.
Crummy.
There's nothing in the system now. Apart from what you expect and what you've seen, you don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Can we plan to roll 20 about?
About the die rolls, yeah.
I have faith in their quantum randomization thing.
Hold on. I'm getting a little sick of their fucking number rolling. I'm bringing out the dice.
All their double ones. So Tacoma.
Yeah. How many times have we rolled double ones tonight?
A lot.
4 times.
A little bit too many times. Even I did.
I'm not.
Yeah.
And how many times have we rolled double sixes?
No,
Once.
not at all.
Once.
Dice giveth and dice taketh. It's just the way it is.
Well, statistically, you should roll double sixes and double ones about the same number of times.
But
And we
statistically, someone wins a lottery, but we never will. So, you know.
We've rolled double ones like 4 times more often.
And one lot of double
Speak for
sixes.
yourself.
It's been a shit day. Yeah, like you said, we'd melt these dice.
Yep. Okay, so
around the table.
Tacoma, are you just sending through a type beam communication to
to the fleet and tell them that we've been exposed, our ship's been exposed, so we probably need someone to come to us.
Okay, so you give location, they say, all hail, stop, hold. They send out a crew.
Just for them to quarantine us.
Yep.
I'm sure it's fine.
So you basically are stuck where you are. Takes them about 3/4 of a day to get to you. Then it takes them a good 2 days to go over your entire ship.
Well, obviously they bring us life support and stuff that we need in the meantime, I would hope.
But they'll hook it up through a remote drone sort of thing. And basically they just take note, they ask all sorts of questions about this damage, that damage, what's this about, da-da-da. They ask for readings, they send in a drone to take its own readings, so they are really tight with all their standard practice, all that sort of stuff.
Basically, close off, boys.
Yeah, everything, they do a whole sample from you guys and all that sort of stuff. After 2 days, you're given the clear, you're taken in, and basically, as part of their decontamination, they've seen sort of the damage, so they've already got teams ready to start work on the damage. You meet up with, you're asked to see one of the, what's under a general? Major?
Commodore? No.
Commodore?
Colonel.
Major.
Colonel, Major.
In the Navy?
That'd be an admiral, rare admiral.
Major in the Navy.
Well, you don't have generals. You don't have generals in the Navy.
No.
Don't you have admirals in the Navy?
You have admirals.
Admiral, no. What's the next one under an admiral?
A rare admiral.
A rear admiral. He's rarer. A sub-admiral. I don't know. A corporal admiral. I don't know. Anyway, whoever it is.
I think it's a captain.
Oh, yes, it would be. That would make sense, yeah. So one of
It'd
the
be
captains...
either a captain or a commander or something like that.
Yeah. So the second down, the guy who talked to you meets with you, gets your report. It's a pity that you couldn't save the ships. It's a pity that you couldn't save anyone, but it's good that You made sure that you've eliminated any risk. So while you've been gone away, they received it a couple of days ago. It'll take a couple of days for your ship to be repaired fully. They have to take off the entire maneuver cone sort of thing to replace it. They can't really fix it. While you're resting, the captain also fills you in that there was a message that arrived around about 3 days after you jumped out for you, so it's just waiting for you to pick up.
Of course. By the way.
Ah, Commodore. Right.
Yeah.
So, Tiberius, do you pick up the message, or, you know, it's all coded to you?
This is a message from...
Keller.
Yep.
Okay, so the message is, of course, you'd like to hear a report, da-da-da. This is all before you went off.
Done it. Yep, do it.
Everything
I know.
Yeah, Alec, if this offensive doesn't work out, Alec has come up with another potential solution, but it's a little bit more dangerous.
Little strike.
A little bit more dangerous, you say? A little bit more dangerous than what you just faced?
Bit.
But
yeah,
given all the variables and the fact that you are fairly well sort of in deep with the colonial forces, he wants to talk to you and your team first to see if you would be willing to take this on. He can't say any more.
Trigger. This is out of character. This is
it's some twisted shit like that, yes. Guaranteed.
So, once the ship's done, are you heading out or are you heading up to see Keller? Up to you.
We're seeing Keller.
Okay. I'll just go jump. We'll just do the jump, that's not a problem. So, don't forget, every time you jump, you go a week, and you have roughly a week out of jump, doing stuff. So, you started training in mech from Lance Nagin. So that's been 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. So it's been 5 weeks so far out of 30, I think. No, 20, what was it? 26, 24. So if someone can keep record of that for him, because he's learning Mech 0 off Lance. Rightio. You arrive
what is the date?
I can't even tell you anymore. Oh no, it's roughly how long it's passed.
Jumping all over this sector though.
Yeah. And hop drive makes it really because of the distances.
Quite easy to get around with a hop drive.
Yeah. So you get back to Colonial Force port. You can see large amounts of asteroids, a lot of or a lot of stuff maybe for building, and you can see that they've been in the 3 weeks that you've been gone. 3 weeks. Hang on.
No, it'd be longer than that.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 weeks. 11 weeks you've been gone. They've made quite a bit of progress. They've doubled the size of the ships. Number of ships. Number of ships. Yep. Wow. And there are a couple of other ships that are bigger.
It's good to see that they're taking the Chinese approach to things.
Yep. And there are some odder, bigger looking ships available. They look sort of kind of based vaguely on your original ship. They'd be like 400-ton ships instead of 200-ton.
Do we get to fly one of those things? Are we given one of those?
No idea.
Yeah.
But
bigger is better.
Yep. You're taken into the basically the meeting room where you're very familiar with. So you sit down, grab a drink, whatever, food, whatever. It's you're just showing there. You can pretty much walk there by now. You know how to get there. Of course, once you're on the station, you're welcomed by Alec, who starts talking to...
Arlick, what kind of form is Arlick in now? What does Arlick look like?
He's a disembodied body, disembodied voice that you guys take as being an AI computer.
Oh, shit.
Of course, you don't know.
He's went full lawnmower man now, ain't he?
Mm-hmm.
Arlic.
Yep. So finally,
those of you guys who are new to the game, there's a whole lot of Arlic history here.
We did a little bit before.
We've only met this one Arlic.
Yeah.
These characters.
Yep. So
would you believe there is a Lawnmower Man RPG?
There is. It's pretty freaky. So there's several higher ups in there. Kala walks in. The higher ups, don't forget, the only person's face that you've seen, or people's face that you've seen in this whole organization, is Victor and Kala. You've never seen anyone else. You've only seen rank. So
where's Victor? What happened to Victor? Where did he go?
You don't know. Don't know. He's somewhere. But anyway, it's all part of the story. Kala sort of walks in and he orders all the other rank and file apart from you guys to leave the room, and then he just says something like silence, and it's like he's talking to Arlic, and then Arlic sort of verifies that that's engaged, and he sits down, takes a big sigh, looks around at you guys, and says, well, you have been busy. We owe you a lot of thanks. That was a real great snafu the forces did in leaving 3 ships behind. I'm glad you cleaned up our mess.
You're welcome, sir.
I don't know what we can do to pay you for your support, but in my message I did indicate that there might be another way to resolve this whole issue. For a variety of reasons, which I'm happy to tell you about if you accept. Really it needs to be someone like your group who does this job.
Of course.
So I'll just get straight to it. He says, basically your drive has allowed our R&D to look into some other modes of travel, and we've discovered that the drive has the potential to be used to not only transfer you over vast distances but over vast time periods.
Oh boy.
So we're asking you, you don't have to take it, he says, but we're asking you to travel back and actually sort of like get rid of the problem before it's a problem.
We're gonna need our own characters, dude. Holy shit, we're gonna be time cops, yeah.
Kramer just like hysterically starts laughing.
Okay. I know it sounds far-fetched.
Episode before?
Yeah. So he waits for you to sort of settle down a little bit. He says, "Yep, I know it doesn't sound realistic, but
wait,
believe
hold
me."
on, Steve.
Yep.
Hold on.
Right. Okay, he says. Right. So. It is possible.
Of course we're gonna do it. What the hell?
Well, don't know. You guys might not.
Time bandits.
So he pulls out some stuff and he chucks it on the desk, and he says anyone with any sort of engineering or any scientific sort of training will sort of, I think, according to Arlic, understand. He can explain it better anyway, but he gets all technical and excited about it, and I lose interest. But anyway, by carefully manipulating and calibrating the engines, we may have the possibility to send people through time.
So how far back are we going? Like 100 years?
A bit more than that.
Oh. So are you worried about where you're going to be in the timeline?
No. If we follow current theory about time travel, we won't even know it's happened. To us, our history will always be our history.
Or it's already happened and we've failed, or caused it.
Well,
I've heard of this problem.
He says that is another possibility that Arlic has considered, but he places that at around about a 17% probability, and I trust in my friend's ability to work out those sort of percentages.
Excuse
from
me,
all the
Alec, I just want
reports-
to take a step out to take a breather.
Yeah. Okay, so while Tacoma's
Alec's
out,
smoking cyber electric weed, I think.
possibly, but no. So he sort of just goes over the recent mission. He says it's obvious that once these creatures establish themselves on a planet, it's practically impossible to get them off the planet without destroying the planet, and of course that's counterproductive because we want to repopulate the planet with humans. So in the conventional sense, we really can't do much. But one of the last options we have is to make this not a problem before it became a problem, and that involves time travel. So I just need to know whether you gentlemen are prepared to consider that or not.
What the
Devin says,
hell?
I'm in.
I'm in. Always wanted to go back in time. Shit.
Yeah.
Kind of like steps back in after like
Mm-hmm.
wiping tears from his eyes. Go, I gotta see this.
Can we get Back to the Future too, or are we going to be stuck back?
There's a whole lot of variables that still need to be worked out. I just want to know if you gentlemen are prepared to actually
I'd say we're interested, but we can't give you 100% definition until we have all the thorough variables.
No, I want to see. I gotta see them send us back in time. I gotta see it.
Right. Okay.
Same here.
Rightio. So
Tacoma doesn't believe it. He's like, yeah.
Rightio. So
I want to see some equations about this shit.
Okay.
And
that's easy.
I'll bet they have to install a rubber fuel bladder on us the size of Kenya.
Not quite. Alec has worked out that if he inverses the engine, basically turns it inward on itself, that should produce enough energy.
And not just create a black hole?
But of course, he also has worked out how the ship won't explode in doing that. So
what about everything around it?
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it exploding. It's imploding.
Century at a time.
How accurate are we gonna? Could we end up way back in the past, or?
So if you're interested, if you're willing to give this a go.
Oh
yes?
shit!
Yeah. Okay. He says basically what they're thinking of doing is sending you roughly 200 to 250 years back in the past, prior to the original colonial wars, the wars that was mentioned in the very first game.
Wow.
They will be sending with you a couple of star triggers because you have to take out some solar systems so that will stop the advance of the
Well, why
aliens.
not?
That's the only way they can think of doing it.
Do we got the little alien dude that attaches to the missile this time? We got a couple of those guys. What was his name?
13.
Remember that dude? Number
13.
6?
No, number
13.
13. Yeah, the
Yeah.
genetic psionic experiment. So anyway,
Lance says he will agree to do it on one condition.
Mm-hmm.
He wants a full stock listing for the last 250 years.
Yeah.
They could probably dig that up.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a couple of
I don't
points.
think it'll work, man.
Yeah. If you've got any questions about why I can't see anybody else, because the nature of time travel, we need basically what we call real people. You may have noticed that apart from myself and Victor, you haven't seen the faces of anyone else, and we do that for a psychological reason. That's because our army is made up entirely of clones. Sending them back in time will they'll basically disintegrate before they can get to where they need to be. Victor can't go back because, well, Victor's not a real person either. He basically, and then he talks about that Victor's intelligence has been transferred into this nanite body.
Yeah.
He can't go back because he's a clone. So he needs real people.
Keller is Anagothics. He's probably the only one that's human.
I'm a clone, he says. I'm a clone of the original Keller.
Oh shit.
I am the fourth clone.
Wow.
Yeah, so It's the only way, and so like so he talks about how he's got memories about the very first battle, his team, all that sort of stuff. So he sort of gives you a huge rundown.
So do they actually transfer consciousness from the original body to the clones?
Yes.
So it's the same actual.
Oh, that was one of the very first technologies that Arlek worked on. How to transfer personality and
Arlek's
memory.
been hopping bodies all over the place.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
Remember, Arlek was a hot chick for a little while.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Arlek's been weird. So just to prove a point, he orders several people in, just numbers, and he asks, he just asks them to remove their helmets, and you'll see 3 guys absolutely identical to each other.
Evan says, "That's great. When do we get to time travel?"
Right, he just wants to show you that this is he's just trying to show you some proof.
Where's that hooch?
Devin doesn't care.
More than ever.
Right.
Devin just shrugs.
Okay, Devin just shrugs. Great. So basically the plan is to, as he said, engineer the ship so that it's available, that it's capable of traveling backwards in time. The variable risks. We don't know what happens to a real person when they do this, whether they maintain their integrity or whether they themselves travel backwards in time to, down to the egg and sperm sort of thing. We don't know. For all we know, that might very well happen. But we have had small experiments where we've taken things back, clones and nanites of victors, and the results are not good. He talks a bit about, so the plan is they're going to get you with several star triggers, basically to go to the where you guys set off the first star trigger. Now, for those of you who went here,
we didn't. That was
the original group. Jacob. So it's all in that cluster of stars. That basically they're wanting to create a 6 to 7 jump gap that makes it impossible for anyone for a long time to get across. Also to set up some transponders or some message buoy things, just to whether they believe them or not,
hold on.
to warn people not to cross.
Hold on.
Yep.
My history is a little bit fuzzy, but wasn't there a gap in that area?
There is a gap, but they want to widen the gap.
Yeah.
And they want to send out warnings.
They can end the war or prevent the war from ever being the war it was, and prevent the species from advancing to what it is now in this devastated.
Yep. You'll also need to deliver some messages to several people in the past.
I suppose you guys are one of them, Arlek.
Well, Arlek would be the best person, and he's devised a way where hopefully his past person will recognize the truth of what is being sent to him, and then convince my past person of, that it's all real, whatever.
So was he in the war as a soldier then, or did he have Jupiter Enterprises running?
Keller was first a soldier, and then he did the Enterprises stuff.
So, is there anything personal that we can tell to you?
Well, Arlek has a plan about that. That's secondary to your, or I don't know. He says, however you accomplish it, you've got to drop the information off. Then you've got to go and action in your hop drive the star triggers. So if you were to look at the map and look right down at the bottom, sorry, I just need to find this picture.
This sector?
Yep, this whole sector. So basically any planet that's below this red line They want wiped out.
A lot of people.
So all of these planets here.
In the red square?
In the under the red line, yeah, in that area, all in there. They need all those planets.
Oh, like Bosso and stuff. Hey, we were. That's a cool place, ain't it, Bosso? We were at.
Bosso was where you blew it up.
Oh.
Yeah, you blew Bosso up.
That's where the Star Trigger was launched.
The original.
Other game.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got to take all these guys out then.
So that yellow line.
All this stuff here.
So yeah, so just so you know, I'm sure you'll get a kick out of it. As soon as it
we're gonna be busy.
Yep.
So are there populations there 250 years ago, or is those
probably?
Oh boy, so we gotta wipe out.
Yep, this is the picture of the guy that the 3 people that you saw.
Oh no! That's Jacob.
Yep.
That's my old character, guys.
Yep.
That's the character
So
from the first game.
Yep.
That's who I got to get in contact with?
No. That's the 3 clones that you saw. There's a whole different story for that.
So my original character has been cloned multiple times.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jacob has been cloned. It's Ark and Victor and the other...
Well, if you're metagaming, he makes up about 1/6 of the army. They give you your answer?
Jacob was Jacob was a badass pilot. He was better than Tacoma.
Yep.
Shut up.
So our
he went to the fin out in the atmosphere.
Yeah. Okay, so
yeah, definitely better captain though.
Pierre, you want to say something?
I don't believe it. Yeah, just joking that our old PCs are now multiply copied components of the military, and there's rampant coffee addiction all over the sector.
That's right. Yeah,
there's rampant coffee addiction all over the freaking.
Victor.
Yeah.
Victor died. The original Victor died. He was devastated. He got blown to pieces.
I'm pretty sure there was no red shirt though, because red shirt was something weird happened to him.
No, well, if you want to know, red shirt makes up 1/6 of this army as well.
No, because I always thought like he was
red shirt was a badass.
Okay, that's past other campaign info anyway. But
well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
bloody weird. It's bloody weird that we're all full of these clones in the military now. That's weird enough.
Well, those characters are still somewhere. We never. That game just got paused. They're not dead.
No, hold on. It's because they're all disposable now. Now that they're clones.
I'm worried about financial temporal paradoxes, because if we solve the problem before it exists, and they're paying us to solve the problem, then they won't remember that they have to pay us to solve the problem.
Well, we take the
and there's the last issue, says Keller.
Aha. Great. I knew I was tracking correctly here.
So you might do this and succeed, and we don't know whether you're going to come back or you're going to stay there or what.
McGann's out.
We'll be coming back to a completely different world. You may have cloned differently. Arlick will be maybe in a different form. We truly believe you'll both still be alive, but you're going to be in a different form.
Well, I mean, what model of space time are they actually using? I mean, are they using the model of there's infinite number of possibilities that coexist all at the same time, or is the future one single thing? I mean, what's their model that they're working with?
Quantum physics.
Well, Alec has used basically the single line.
Okay.
That's the one he has the greatest probability as his equations work out. This is all for Alec. It's all based on mathematics.
Okay.
Yeah, this is that insane. I want to see it. Let's go.
Yeah.
So you want all those. You want all those stock things as well, which is not a problem.
Yeah. We want a binding legal contract notarized in the past before Keller Industries was a legal entity. I'm just going crazy.
We want to be able to take our fortunes with us too, whatever that might be. We've got hundreds of millions of credits.
I'm going to
No. Future dated blockchains of credits are going to be absolutely no good if we take them into the past.
You know what's going to happen.
If we accomplish this shit, I want a world or something, man. I want my own place.
Well,
King Samuel.
Yeah, King Samuel.
We should take our payment and lanthanum and go back in the past with that.
Only a king, Samuel?
Yeah.
Only?
250 years back, we could be the emperor of the empire. Imperium.
Yeah.
Only king?
Yeah.
Alright, you can be a king.
King Samuel.
Yep. Okay, so this is the plan, and they're gonna action it. So they're gonna.
Sid,
it's still your same ship. Okay.
Not like Lord Emperor.
Lord Emperor. Yeah, Emperor of Emperors. How about Milky Way Emperor? How's that?
Lord Arch Emperor. King of all.
Divine Master.
There you go.
The divine.
You can set up your own religion.
I worship his shadow.
Lord Master.
Right.
I think we're about cashiers, Steve.
It's all good.
We're gone.
Okay, so you take the job on, and you're throwing your fate into Alex's computational hands.
That's always a pleasure.
Yep. So there's not a hell of a lot they can do. They can fit you with. They can chip you out if you want to, and chipping out means that you get a neural implant, and you put in chips, and that's how you get data. But they don't know if that's going to actually still be with you when you arrive where you are, because yeah, it's up to you how you want to take your data along.
So let me get this straight now. Jacob and our crew was about 100 years ago.
120, 150.
120. But we're going to... How much?
About 200, 250.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So they're back around the time we're going back to then?
It's just a little bit before their actual birth.
Wow. Okay.
It's in that general area. They're hoping to get you back there. They're just not sure how accurate they're going to be.
Nice. Of course not.
No.
We could end up back in. We could end up back in time where this space was nobody was ever civilized it, and all the planets are just raw and empty or natural. There's no people here.
Can we play? Can we try an even more ambitious plan where we go back and because even getting out of the trees was a bad move. We were happy in the trees.
So shoot the first one that comes down. Teach the others to stay up there.
Although we don't
get out of the trees.
Yeah, if we don't get out of the trees, the ancients won't feed our kind, and the Jodani and the other aliens will take us over while we're still monkeys.
Shit. That's great.
Sounds great.
That's great. That's just great. I like it.
Yep. Okay, so Dane wants some intense and extremely expensive cybernetic implants.
Hell yes.
Okay, well, they can also give you some RNA implants. RNA is where you actually gain skills. You implant skills through RNA.
Hey, that sounds alright.
Mm-hmm. You still have your problem of your intelligence and wisdom being the highest you can have, the amount of.
Wait, quick question. How long is this going for? How much longer?
Oh, probably about another 15, 20 minutes at the most.
And are we going to be jumping before we go? Because I've got to get off right now.
So probably not. We're gonna the main thrust of that game's next time.
Alright, cool. Well, I'll have to just talk to you about it later. I'm gonna have to go now.
Okay,
all right, take it easy, man.
Bye for now. So.
Oh yeah, Steve, your imagination is pretty wicked, brother. Your imagination is something else.
Well, I'm tripping. I'm thinking back to the copy of the Time Master game I own, and their supplement was time tricks, where they said everything you learned was wrong. We'll give you the advanced agent time.
I want to go over to Richie's character and say I want more hooch, please, more coffee. I just look over to him and say, and a big mug, please, because we're all kind of like wondered here as we're having this conversation.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
So
yeah.
So all of us are cloned then.
No, all of the colonial forces are clones.
No. All of our old characters have been cloned.
Oh yeah.
Don't you remember we were on that alternative timeline and we were clones and didn't know it?
Is it the colonial forces or is it the colonial forces?
Yes, exactly. It's why I called them the colonial forces, mate.
Personal army, man.
Yeah.
That's how it is with the fucking Illuminati. They always put in these in-jokes for hundreds of years, and nobody knows.
I'm glad though you picked it out, Glenn, because I was wondering if anyone was going to actually see that.
Oh,
Colonial forces. Colonial forces.
Colonial forces.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I tell you, I bury my clues deep sometimes.
Well, better that than the high colonic forces.
The high colonic forces. Yeah. Pretty bloody messy, that one.
Ugh.
Yeah. Okay, so.
We're in this shit now, guys.
Literally. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes.
For the sake of the newer players and to try to keep a cohesive narrative, we shouldn't reminisce too much.
Oh no, that's okay. That's all cool. Yep, I think so.
But we are going into the past,
You're going into past. Your job is to take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 planets. Systems, sorry. Obliterate 10 systems.
We got a star trigger to do it too, right?
You've got 10 star triggers you're carrying on board the ship.
Oh man, that's great. We got the most powerful weapon that can be made. We can take out a star. We can wipe out an.
And you remember how hard it was the first time. Remember how hard it was the first time around.
I think we're gonna.
Some of them fall out of the hole.
We should seriously consider screwing Jupiter Keller, going into the past and advertising 10 star triggers. Is there a rival economic star system that you don't like? Pay us and we will solve your problem.
Oh, we'd certainly fuck up the timeline then, wouldn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'd be fabulously rich for the time it takes before the aliens invade.
But with your hop drive ship, you'd be far away when it did happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could be on the other side of the galaxy.
That's right. And then it's wall to wall, like I said before, jacuzzis full of floozies.
Which Jacob wouldn't mind about, but anyway.
Jacob wouldn't mind at all.
Yep. And Victor would love all that new alien flesh. But the Grand Arch Space Pope, Chief of Reality, and King Emperor of the Chronorium. Wonderful. Good little title there. Can you fit that all on your name badge?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sweet. Okay. Awesome. Okay, folks. So you're accepting this. You're taking this on board. So you get basically a small, old hand computer. It's about 100 odd years old. Yeah. So that has a message encoded to the old Arlec. It's not. So you're told that like. It's only something that Arlec probably will crack, so don't even bother trying.
Now, Arlec would be around Baku. We'd have to go to Baku, wouldn't we? Mm-hmm. The original Baku? Now, that's going to be a city world at that time.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be completely different. It's been annihilated years past.
You can have a look at the past records of the time. So, basically, the systems that are in existence in that time get down to around about sort of here. Everything below that sort of line, sort of anything like this way and up is either like a colonial or just not yet really visited. It's all frontier stuff around there.
Yeah.
And of course, that out there is just unknown space. It's just got names. No one's actually been there. This massive stuff here, these star lanes would not have been established at all. As I said, the only ones that have established would be all the ones from around about here. The Nukchivans weren't encountered until after the time period you're going to land. So so the Imperium sort of came down this left side and then moved in across that way to the right.
Now the Nefchivians are a minor race, right? They didn't develop jump drive on their own.
No, they didn't.
But they're high tech in the current timeline.
They're high tech. Well, they're also fairly high tech with biotechnology.
Yeah.
Biotech is where they're at. Yeah, the Nefchilians. Yeah. So this basically, once you sort of head south of Baku, which is, if you're following the map in the middle there.
Oh, this will be one hell of a twisted adventure. We got to do it.
Yep. Once you head south of that, it's all, it's much smaller, much less advanced. So you can easily see that. I'll have to go through it, but you can easily drop 1 or 2 digits off everything. Apart, of course, from the fact that the physical stuff stays the same. The technology is going to drop away a bit. The only other thing of the time was that the human and Lankaran, wherever they are, where's Lankaran? Over here somewhere. Over here. The human Lankaran sort of alliance had sort of been established, and it was still very much in its young stage. So
the Lankarans now, who are they?
They're the big rhino type people that are fantastic builders. Yeah. So they're actually responsible for a lot of the technological population explosion in the sector. The Stargate is still in Baku, but it's an artifact that no one really has that much knowledge about.
It's there, but they don't know how to make it work. It's just a relic, right?
Yep. It's just floating in space. And it resists all attempts to, at that time it was resisting all attempts to be moved or modified. That's about it, really. Yeah.
The Shalimar, was the Shalimar built yet?
No.
No.
The biggest jumps you had was like 3 and 4 jump ships were very rare.
Yeah.
Most of them were 1 and 2 jump ships.
Yeah.
So, whereas the Shalimar at the time period when she was around, that she was sort of more mainstream. Yeah. Yeah, she was more mainstream.
Jump 3, 4G acceleration, 300 tons built on a 400-ton hull, 2 air rafts, 3 turrets, bad to the bone.
Very nice ship. So, that's probably where we'll leave it. I'll stop the recording. And we'll start up in a fortnight, you doing the jump back in time, and if you think of any questions you want to know, bring them ready to the game next time so that I can hopefully answer them before you actually jump back, because once you jump back, you're cut off from this time period.
Well, who's on the game that didn't play before? There's only 4 of us that played the previous game.
Mantar, Matt, and Will.
You'll just roll along with it.
Well,
see, we played in this universe already as other characters,
but it's a different time period, matey. You're out by about 80.
If someone doesn't stop every time something sounds familiar, stops the game to explain it, then you could get through it.
Oh, nostalgia's good. Nostalgia's good.
Okay, Grand Art Space Pulp Chief of Reality.
And King Emperor of the Chronorium.
Yeah,
Chrononium? Is it Chronorium or Chrononium?
It's meant to be Kronos, Chrono, and Imperium together.
Chronorium.
We're the cronies.
Grand Arch Space Pulp Chief of Reality and King Emperor of the Chronorium.
Great.
What a title.
And fleet admiral of the whole holy fleet.
Okay, and legend in my own time.
Just remember, Cronus ate his children.
You know,
very true.
I think you got some of that hooch in Australia right now.
Sorry, I missed all that.
Cronus ate his children, which is what we're about to do.
Pretty much.
About to eat our children.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who knows what future you guys make? All depends on what you get to achieve and what you decide to do differently.
Wasn't there two of them? There was like Trono and Chrono or something like that.
No.
Cronus. There.
Oh, there was Chrono and Cronus. I think. I remember there was something like two of them.
There was a.
You're cutting up a bit, Glenn.
Oh, I'm thinking out loud. That's why.
Okay. It happens when you think out loud. All good.
Cronus, Father Time. I think it was Cronus and Ray, or Rhea.
Oh, Rhea, Rhea, Rhea.
Yeah, but then
Cronus was told a prophecy that his children would kill him or something.
Yeah, and then Zeus fucking sucked
overthrow him.
Overthrow him.
Mm.
So he tried to eat them, and Rhea fed him a stone. And
so as a god, he was pretty thick. Thinking his child was a stone. That's pretty thick when you think about it.
Mm.
Yeah, and then Zeus ends up castrating him, and it's. You thought your family was goofed up, but yeah.
Ah, no, the Greeks have got nothing on us.
Stop judging the past on modern morality.
Mm.